President Mahama. Who are 10 or you have to go and charter. They say no, sir. All the trips are not tracking. They say now he can't go and charter the jet. Jet now, see, and comfortable. That's what he's using now. The our countries are more say, oh, jet known to me, or they are America, or they are Germany, or they are Britain, or they are France. It's not good for long haul travel. Oh, and yet really the best. It's not in great shape. They cannot say, they're forgetting about all those arguments. Look, leadership is just love for country.
Yeah.
Love for country.
Yeah.
Love for country. Look, when you love your people, you put down your life, you even be surprised where the resources will come from.
Sure.
And how you'll be able to do so much with little.
Sure.
As Jesus Christ taught us with the parable of the sower. And I am very, very clear that Ghanaians have seen what really is required of leadership. I mean, look at Kwame Nkrumah, who we celebrate, Professor Mills, who we celebrate. I mean, they are not economists, they are not finance people, but it's about vision, it's about patriotism, it's about love for country, and they have made such a huge difference. And we wish that we will have their reincarnate. And I am really glad that at the end of the day, Ghanaians are seeing the difference. Or more focused, or more quiet. They don't like a lot of razzmatazz. They don't like a lot of, if you like, makeup, a lot of jingoism and
yet young got back $30,000 and $7,000.
No, those things. No, I mean, from a poor country where your people are. Look, as I speak to you, I'm the member of parliament of the West affected VRA flood induced area. Thousands are sleeping in classrooms. Or mine will say, Omunisika to provide houses, safe houses, decent houses for people who, no fault of theirs, you've come taking care of people in chums because I can't move. I'm always, how do I source food? How do
I am saying, I'm saying, Honorable Kujetu Ablakwa. All right, so for the last time, this is for you. Still no break up. Only go. Okay, Honorable.
Hello.
Fatchame, Yeluzu Kakra.
No, don't worry. Yeah. I was making the point, sir, Minia. Look at the disaster at Tuye and look at this country. I mean, 2 months now, 2 good months.
Yeah.
Thousands are sleeping in classrooms. Abayin Wahimfa. We've been talking about even Saglemi. If you say that, there's an issue, you're saying you don't have money to provide that?
Yeah.
Why do we put in the budget contingency vote? Ushe Sika Parliament approve here for 2023 this year.
Yeah.
Contingency vote. Yeah, the 533 million and a 2 contingency vote.
Sika no
wahi. Ubekaya 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago. Contingency vote Sika no. And nona omode Echo C National Cathedral behind the scenes secretly. Sikano Krano, it didn't go into the project. It's created the world's most expensive hole. I mean, no Kasas say, Osofu Akuku Dam, they have deceived them. Omunyana regret it, said they even want to associate with this project. And they have all resigned in droves.
Yeah.
Otabele Court, Dakiwad Mills Court, Reverend Sudanaba Court, Archbishop Danka Williams Court. I mean, if you have, these are your eminent priests. These are the people who brought credibility to that project. If all of them have left, it should tell you that you have been exposed. All the things I was saying is
clear. It's come to light.
Yeah.
It's come to light. I mean, the only person left there is the double identity character. We don't know who he is.
Oh, your friend
whether you're Reverend Kusibu Atiana or you're until no there, he's providing 2 members.
God no go shame us.
He's shaming himself, that he should stop mentioning the name of God. Anyway, Bible can say in the last days.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Look, the point is that leadership is about choices. It's about love for country. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Over power, you engage in dubious deals. You'll be diverting money, doing corrupt deals, sleazy deals, calling your friends David Ajay and Co. Mumbra, Charlie Apayo. I mean, David Ajay, the kind of prominence you have reached internationally. If I am him, I will have designed a national career for Ghana free of charge. Free. I won't charge. And you could have imagined how that will even boost his profile. Say, he's giving back to his homeland. After all he has done in the UK, in America, and elsewhere, he has gone back home and he's giving back. Look at what Professor Frimpong Boateng did when he came back to Ghana. That's what that's the kind of example we want to see. But they used him as a conduit, created a money laundering scheme. When they say, even after giving him over 100 million cedis, when they brought Carrie Summers, who says, designer, why originally, your initial design, restaurant in Kahon, and Tifa restaurant Kahon. When they say restaurant in Ghana paid $7.5 million to David Ajay just for adding a restaurant.
$7.5 million.
Nobody should be deceived. Say, COVID, Russia, Ukraine. They say, I'm sure they will add Hamas, Israel. It's not these things. It is not. It is not these things. Because in any case, COVID, COVID brought over 30 billion cedis.
I see.
COVID was rather a windfall. It brought them a lot of money. Where is all that money? Look, it catches up with you. It is just bad leadership. That's why on a day like this, we should celebrate people like Professor Nana Jopoko-Kwajima, who have served no whimper of corruption, no allegation, no scandal, clean. They clearly didn't come into public office to amass wealth. They are still very simple people, very modest. She very much reminds me of President Mahama, of Professor Mills, of President Rawlings. Very selfless people. They don't come in to say that they must charter luxury jets, 20,000 euros an hour. I mean, look, that you even have the courage as an African leader. I meet a lot of ambassadors and they say, those things we are reading from you. It's really true. I mean,
too shameful.
What's happening to your president?
Very shameful.
Meanwhile, you are arriving in their country to beg for aid, to beg for money. Nipa now, you are going to beg. Look at somebody like the former German chancellor, who flies commercial, who stays in her own small house, does her own garden. Angela Merkel, one of the world's modest leaders. On pet design and Nema, you never see her holding $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 back. Even they in rich countries are sensitive. Say, hey, I'm a leader, I'm taken care of by taxpayer. So I should be modest. I should have some, simplicity. I should be sensitive. These are even leaders of advanced nations. On a day like this, it's important to draw the contrast and to bring to bear the qualities that we should all admire, we should emulate.
All right.
I will continue to celebrate the great Professor Nana Jopoko-Kwajima. May the Lord continue to bless her.
Amen. Honorable Yadasi Bebre. Nyame emfa nkono famra.
Amen.
That's it. All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. My man pick another personality. Ma Ebarno Denia Ghana ma Emma Omwaniswa Omuhuno. Taka Donko says happy birthday to the precious, gorgeous angel Professor Jinano Pokwajmame. She shine forever more. Seth Asuko says happy birthday, mommy. Mark is here. Maria Adams says happy birthday to Prof. Tetebi says happy birthday, mommy. Messages in the banner basa, and we have a picture here on our Facebook page, and the same picture is on your YouTube page. Citizens TV Ghana. Michael says happy birthday, my precious mom. Thank you, Michael. Says happy birthday, my precious mom. Yada Mwase Bebre. Charles Samoa is here. Happy birthday. May God give you long life in Jesus' name. This one is from Charles Samoa to Professor Jenano Poku Yao is here. Says happy birthday to you. God bless you and give you long life. Kwesi says wise and brainy, beautiful woman. We have Lottie Jones here. From Asum Gabriel Tai says happy birthday. May you live long, Mom. Kenneth Papachi sends happy birthday wishes to Prof. We have Era Abna Ade Blankson says happy birthday, precious mommy. Kenneth Papachi is here. God richly bless you, mom. Bruce Smith says happy birthday, mama. Hassan bin Abdullah Folisa, who says happy birthday to the one woman who is knowledgeable, and he who is more than all the doctors and professors they have in MPP. Ebenezer Nana says happy birthday, wonderful woman. Nana Equia of Ebia says happy birthday, mom. All right, so quick one, let me do this. We have the National Women Organizer, Dr. Hannah Bisiu, on the line. And Oba Kesie a birthday. Doc, Akwaba.
Yeah, moment of
Bokode. Ami. Doc, National Women Organizer for NDC and Munya Penny Mumame Kesie Professor Jenano Poku Ajimani birthday. Ediana ma muwoko no muwo ka kire no.
The edikan e wo kan ye. Happy birthday to you.
No. That's right.
You say bendiga. Como muchos años. Happy birthday, we love you so much. Happy birthday, you didn't know to say what they are say back be a canning corner home. The air concern is that she's been a mentor and an inspiration to so many women.
Sure.
Yes, sir, rather say, oh man, of attention upon the womb. Na baby a wo ni media wo ti samre piano Nyankopon wan kasan tutu na na mo nsie.
Alhamdulillah.
We wish her well in everything she does, and your man I think she happy. Many happy birthdays.
Amen.
Na nyame indine ni mo kan.
Inshallah. I hope say one in one ebeko campaign 2024 campaign morning one ebeko.
Nyankopon Nadoma 2024 campaign, all women are invited to come on board, and why not? No, penny our way, why not? Some people crosses get a better on the work could be careful.
Doc, yeah, that's a baby. All right. Okay, so that's Dr. Hannah Bisiu, any attending Kano. Baby Bia, Professor Nana Opokobiano. Yeah, man, happy birthday. All right, so let's go on. Let's do this.
Accra FM. Yeah, mommy.
Me pamacho. Mo mama ntisa adwuma we mfiri otaw ansa na maba. Sam George yi ni wo wa bo mama. Sa de we man ka bia ebe ha me pa. Almost say Sam George akoka say almost say ba omiaye a religious prostitute into Sam George Nyadei.
Look, you're talking about a man whose character you cannot vouch for. Do you know whether our vice president is a Muslim or Christian? Who told you he's a Muslim? He's a Muslim by day, a Christian by night. Randy, if he's a Muslim, when the issue of hijab, and please, 1 minute, when the issue of hijabs came up in this country for Muslim girls, did you ever hear Dr. Baumia speak?
Yeah, you can take him on
when the issue he is not a proper Muslim, and I'll show you why. I'll tell you. No, Randy, please let me make my case. Then you can disagree with me. Yes. When the issue of fasting for girls came up during Ramadan, Dr. Bawumia was silent. When the youth in the Zongo youth, the Muslim Zongo youth, were killed in cold blood in Kumasi, Dr. Bawumia was silent. No true Muslim anywhere in this world believes that Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. No true Muslim. Bawumia, no true Muslim, kneels before a Catholic priest or a pastor to lay hands on them. Bawumia, look, and if you want, you can take the Surah Mariama that talks about who Jesus is. They believe in, the Muslims believe in his immaculate conception. They believe he is Alhamdulillah Isa. He is a prophet of the Most High who was sent. He is a unique prophet. They agree that. But they do not see him. They do not see Jesus Christ as their Lord and personal Savior, as you and I, Christians, do. Bawumia goes to a church. Right now, he's an associate member of Church of Pentecost, frolicking around the church. The church must begin to purge itself of charlatans. You see, going around and claiming that Jesus Christ is our Lord and personal Savior. He is not a Muslim.
He said that?
Yes. He is not a proper Muslim.
You're saying that he said
Jesus Christ is our Lord and personal Savior, and we all believe in him. Bawumia said it. We were in this country.
Okay.
Bawumia is not look, the best you can describe him is he's a Muslim by day, a Christian by night. A religious prostitute cannot be our president.
All right. Okay.
Look, Andy, you're talking about a man whose character you cannot vouch for.
But Kwame, asemo Sam George kind no, edian na eye wrong na dia na enye no kure. Asemo Sam George kind, and I think say Sam George Krano na he's been charitable. He's been charitable. Bawumia ye nipa. Bawumia we. Then I heard some people talking trash nonsense. Sam George in your opportunity no onka same religious prostitute. This is Bawumia. This Bawumia guy could share Muslims on the quiet. And then now come here, any of those boys around, they are not ashamed. Now, I am in one say NDC phone to me pick a You see, well, sometimes Ayana Waja Wasamka. Hi, said your mama and a Christians. I know catch almost say. Me a Christian intino Christians nina wa Ghana 75% more than so ombeto aba ma major mama. O ka se nka de be koso okroma bi ni. Ba mi akosia eye Muslimi fo akasa asem na kire wo mo. That they should help him to make a difference. What difference? That MPP is selected no because of oye Muslim untina MPP selected no. As running mate and now a flag bearer. In the Sam George Assembly kind of again no question you Kroma na Kwame. Your friend say MPP government Asuma and Crawford your friend say Islamic SHS ne okumase no. And Kolana se ka bobo mo to mo blocking street no. Yanti Kroma and omo suma invisible forces. Amom kobo Islamic students no. Prepra womo ema to trip to a man of Kroma. What is about me bieda no? What is vice president? He's a Muslim. What is OKBB? What is about me OKBB? Then I heard some people making unnecessary ugly noises. And Sam George in your opportunity on San Cabio. Dabio, this Bawumia guy, Ekosia John Mahama o program ase. Obusa John Mahama say, o e Kristo ni no obepede won kremofo program ase. Yare di obia fane any issue with it. Oh, Kwame, so kwase ni pra Jimmy a. Ajimi for say na akomi om one people muntinu na alanchamatinu nyina jai no. Very foolish boy. sa kwasiano dia akotra piece of manopa no dia ne hunwi no yom friends akomia kwajibisa na me mini Sam George anka asem o makeka kire wo mo makeka ho kwasi asem no kura nkom befe omukosia akwa we ni din se baomia akosia John Mahama ewo Muslimi program ase ebusa ne se oye Kristo ni no obeye dan ewo nkramofo program ase no watuba na in your friend Malam John obia hunu anything wrong with that obia hunu na me minim Sam George no ono no omo keka nkwasi asem no ofi obia Sam George ede na be uni ano dia kasa na be kasa ntimi nya hu te hu ntimi nya ede na be oba den ede na be wa num na ya ohene na be titini sa na akọ me say Sam George in your opportunity on sign kabio your support 100 1,000 1 million 250,000 66 million times Sami unya kwa ya sign kabio kan de be yo makoma ya ebe wo mo da wo mo na samale Kwabena Bobie nyina afaka ho ya Sam George fa samale no obi odi funu da ba obi o ye nipa obi oni funu da obi oni efunu eda we nipa Samentias say Sam George akoka religious prostitute we ya one more examples. Let me have more examples by 1,001. Baumia. Masa. Ja. Mama men pick it adewe. Yeah. You best say Chroma penning for. Peace Council. Christian community no. Christian Council. Any other groups aka omo for Baumia Antrase na omunya ne kasa kire won se John Mahama akọ ne to also John Mahama emmo obia di ne di natem wan baby a Baumia di atem didie na akofiri ba and I hope say Ghana ni bia wutie mi bia no ubetie mi asopem se mo hu ba bia odi atem didie ne efiri ba se mo hu ba bia Baumia di atem didie no efiri ba asema ba obi abeto no na asum no ompro and sometimes ayana me busa me ho say Peace Council Christian Council need those groups no is it that aya account for na a leading into ogina wa want ya say o let John Mahama and make one a yes statement and you see the problem we are having here. And some Ukraine are dangerous no. Now they have run and hid behind Baumia. And to ya say Baumia no so ceremony. But they know that the majority of MPP accounts. The Ashanti and friends Achimfo no and Akwofo. They know. They are just using Baumia. They know it will never happen. Say Islam for Bayer majority in MPP. That they know. They are just using him for now because somebody wants to keep on holding the party. Tiaso de Baumia koso also party no, but Baumia no ne mukeke ena Bawumia no so aye na dwene say okay Jimmy Miangro maya me hu Jimmy na mensaka eye de mepa wi a ena meso behunu de ekwaya me de achemfo no be fa so nti aso obi a tete ne yonko but they know se Ghana mpanimfo bebem akasa kire Bawumia, they should start talking to Bawumia. The earlier the better. They should do it quick. Inti saa and some of Bawumia and then yere Samaria betin wo mo asum no omo busuafo wure beho ma on fatem die start. Just put your issues out. Jo mama ka asem na wo feel say enya no kra. Oh, asema me nuane kan na enya no kra. Say ni. It's so simple. Because hey, Ghana for here, I mean opinions, alternatives. What you say? As much as we know, say Bawumia, you are a blockhead. Ya bibia ni utrimuno. Yes, and Kwabena akwa you do aba. So I mean you are welcome. But hey, do a clean campaign. Your mama bono baby. He has never said anything ill about you. Only di watamu da. You went to North just one day, first day or two. You started insulting him. Number Bawumia, John Mahama so ye dead go to Kranwa or so wo Krano and it is a wo Bawumia Samale. A useless boy like Bawumia, very foolish boy like you. Ghana want to be in Semda, so be near Funu, Aquada, F City Vice President, Aquada, Trefru, Obi Funu, Aqua 2 Pruma and 20 minutes. What is a woman Penny Semda? Just a rogue like you, a foolish boy like you, won't have a sadiano. If they don't talk to him, say Kufuor no am fanan trust and kasa antre Bawumia. Say look, your campaign sir. Hwaso kan asem, John Mahama kan asem. John Mahama yawa. We will let him know that look, you can insult him. But say wo dia tem didie woni policy bia na say John Mahama na de ne be ye twapia dia. Ha! Bawumia be funu o, e be funu. Eya say kase bia kosua. Say you almost want to so anya dey o. Clown, Jimmy we. Uncle no can we say nyina Jimmy. I know that Samia Queen Jimmy from Kwao. No be akomia na you spokesperson. Jimmy from Kwao. No mo be ha ni pagine. They just want to destroy this country. Foolish people like that. Your campaign, Kwasem. Unim say 24-hour economy no uni bibia kan. Stop. Hwaso Kwasem. Bring your policies. Let's talk about your policies. Neja obi asem mano. Wa won kabi. Dia John Mahama beka bia no omo se enye. Dia John Mahama beka bia unim say Bawumia shase ontimi more one policy. Say na meye. Choba, you know, but choba, you know, mame. Say, 24-hour economy, I see any say, choba for a year 24. Can you imagine? We are talking about giving incentives to industries. Tete port taxes, no. Tete so. Na attractive business. No boys, a human sorry, ever port. Port na da osa no. Ewo a job creation estimate o. Bawumia should go back to a buying books mun ko say enipa ye say omo ye adwuma port no. Yetibia for failure na. Please. I beg you, Pastor. Don't go there. Bawumia don't go there. Tete taxes no so. Let the port attract business. Na afede eho no empeja embu me John Mahama say industries are voluntary because any force say obi ye na adwuma obi na niji won said look me person me more production into the system yet ya ana ayi for ebe complaining ye say omo me ye diapers any friend say sanitary pad Ghana you only one company pe enisienya other companies 3 4 5 be kan wo so ye bi omo ye bi wo Kumasi omo ye bi wo Takrade omo ye bi wo Cape Coast omo ye bi wo Tamale aban se ma more incentives electricity and water ebia from this hour to this hour omo use electricity a si eton ema ebia public no 1 point ebia 10 cities a ye ton am omo 1 point ebia 2 cities 1 city and as ebia de cha wo now I motivate you to when say anadwo obetimi aye more production and pay less electricity bill and water bill. This is what we are talking about. Yet Kroma Kwame, could you believe say owo Jowuluha Abelenpe Achimota Adenta Ebonaju one now throw down for say upe fuel atwa obeka cho say bra airport shell. I'm telling you me chira na pa so I know. Yeah, unam kroma na dwuna di agrona fu osa e woka mu a ba bia wono be dawo. Do you know why it's airport shell? Because airport shell area hono security wo ho. Enti zanka airport shell for no kranka na dwo nya adwuma. But the hono den say armed robbers be ba because of the airport na e ben no. What are we talking about? Yet your mind is a Ghana mu. Ebo say, ebo tena, unyo okada. Yeah, what to be able to say amasamai? Abokobi. Dodowa. Ebe mamprobi. Nasa upon a juma, anajwa, and abeti near Masiasi. You can find Okada. Anajo, 10 or 90, Kumasi, 10. Okada for ada Takrade a habo place 10 enkrofo ada your friend say tema 10 11 na pubs upon bibia pon into Okada for no ye legalize no na buy hwe how be rope omo into me ba chokwa me Ghana say about 5 p.m. about 6 p.m. obenya a train atukwai keteke on mind to say Ghana keteke entimi ntu adadwo ebo se sa apon enya betwamfa jolu pa yes train ekoda. Can you imagine? And somebody is telling you that yam putting in an effort say bedru baby no and I just 2 a.m. 3 a.m. me person me call Western Regional Bobby I don't need to drive. Just sit in my train, get my ticket, me na me chrono. Me or driver for share me. Utra train no your sleeper. Ajijia de mada. So let's brainstorm. What are we doing as a country? And ye bet to be a bois. Because the more in Kroko, look, Kwame, opa yenye sa implementation way Greater Accra, Kumasi, Takrade, Tamale, Boga, in the city Sunyani. You see life a Beba Ghana and employment a Beba Ghana. Also pharmacy shop. Pharmacy shops, I'm telling you, Kwame, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, just about a bit to say cantonments here. Cantonments crown unyabi. Cantonments unya pharmacy shop. Yati kroma yeni ma di kura kwaso. And you see, that politics of deceit. Omo kwa nkrasia, no omo kwa kachira omo. Oh, yati kroma. Amanfo do omo ma kwa clinics. Amomo kwa wu because omo kwa ye doctor ni ho nurse ada. Ekromo ha. Na wo ba omia. Samira no otwi ponso no. Ene moma mo ye yie. Mo ye yie say se bibi tum se esi anu a you go to places like a friend say hospital ya a friend say Leicester was is it Leicester Hospital, am I right? Wow Major Mahama ran about no Leicester Hospital eni nya honum ho na mokro na go sia hia for manu a tete asaman ene ne mpotamo no a anadwono ode ne be fai enti wo ba omi aba yare a anadwono ofre na asojafo ede ye friend say ka aba be fa no nyu e de nako enti wo say 24/7 you are happy. Mampong Government Hospital about 10 o'clock is not running as Antimampong Mimi Krum Hospital. O you don't chile nimpons makuma 1005. O mama ayaria siren any de be fa obo e continue. You don't feel for the ordinary Ghanaian. Obisi pharmacy shops closed by 9 to 10. Kwa mesi kopokuase kwa santo kronto kronu na kohwe enko fasofa community bi wa pharmacy shop no ye one pa and by 7:30 wa pon o yare from 10 go ya obewu. What are you talking about? Now the me ya MPP for no ahia wo no omotete those lungu no obu okra nya ho clinic onsi oda o wo na support ba o mie make that kwasi argument. Somebody is telling you that look, let's expand our 24 economy. And me juma me ba be no to make sure say a yo and a joe you can access whatever you want. But me say also to be a momo. To be a momo anajo. Yanga say Shanga say me yare me tipokri say me nya pharmacy shop anajo no. Me ye momo na me de ma uni and I was your to wale. Shanga say asem me ye momo na ma hwan. Momo ni me ya me de to ade. And when that thing is not in operation, what is the use of the momo? And you got to the choba, you know, quick one. I won't waste much time. Now,
hospitals are open for 24 hours. You can buy electricity 24 hours. But because of digitalization, you can transfer money for 24 hours. You can receive money for 24 hours. There are many chop bars that are open for 24 hours. The police is working for 24 hours. Security services are working for 20. Hospitals are open for 24 hours. You can buy electricity 24 hours. But because of digitalization, you can transfer money for 24 hours. You can receive money for 24 hours. There are many chop bars that are open for 24 hours. The police is working for 20.
Hospitals are open 24 hours. Where are the hospitals? Where are they? Just look at this man. Where are they? Hospitals, no way. Where are they? Say, see, I'm a producer, catch him say, even with the Momo Nukra Wakano, anaju unya about 8:30 untimi enya vendors enyi scam through more 7:38 untimi nya vendor momo vendor enyi ska. Just imagine. We let maminja na omobama but ya boabink aka sembi. Ya boabia aka sembi kwame ya na mepe ya boabia ina me de sende wo no enye ni mienu ni o. Mepa cho bomame. Ya boabia say Ghana's interest is no longer important to the MPP. Really? Raphael say assignment official time pharmacy normally closes at 9 to 10. Commander, Alute Jacobs also said that yo, don't mind that guy.
Yes, sometimes.
It happens.
And you decided to superimpose a butterfly on the elephant.
Not necessarily. We believe that it is time that the right things are done. The elephant is supposed to exist to serve the people of Ghana. When it gets to the point where it becomes self-serving, instead of looking at the interests of Ghana, it begins to look more at its own interest and how it looks like, and it's preening before the public, then it's time to move on and serve the public.
I see. Let me do this first by asking you what your yes.
So initially I said that a party is meant for a purpose. The purpose is to take executive authority, prioritize and make decisions. The way the MPP is headed now, we are not in a position to take executive authority and prioritize the right decision-making processes.
And you couldn't stay to fix it?
So how do you stay in when you are being suppressed and you are being pushed out? The MPP is not that MPP where you will thrive objectively. This MPP is being manipulated, directed, and is emasculated. It's weak. It cannot do anything on its own except it's directed from outside. And we know the source where the direction is coming from. There is no room in that MPP for any constructive things to happen. It's gone. It's over. But this is not the first time we've had a party. We began by talking about the PP and the PFP and the UP, and so things happen.
Mede ya say ya aboabin betie me ya. Ontie me. Ohun, hwa kwa me. This man ya aboabin. Na madam for pardon no. Yeah, ya aboabin was a very good friend. Misia ya aboabin omu yi medi wo Asempa FM foforo no. Misia ya aboabin ewo I think Minua Kaba eyiase. One of the programs ewo Joy FM fokota ni mu wa. Ema ya aboabin ka kire me se me ye Auntie Akufo-Addo. Enti misia no a mama nchia no. Ya aboabin ya aboabin we ya na ya kaba ye nua kaba yi ase ya aboabin hwemanim ka asasem na kire me because se Akufo-Addo hu a se ye na ye Alan no ya aboabin ye nyina na ne ye Alan wonim se na me 2008 na mu say Alan no onye correct. Oh yeah. 2008 na mu say Alan onye correct. Say because ye nyina ye nim say de Akufo-Addo sitie say oni Akufo-Addo ya de pa no wanya no last hour. Ebi na to Joma ama no. Yeah. 2016 na nyame yi Akufo-Addo ama Joma ama direct. Say so wie no. O ka say some enema Akufo-Addo ye in 2016 say Joma ama ye mu kota. And Akufo-Addo me achi Joma ama tum ama di BCS. Ya aboabin now is telling us eyana me person me bu say ya aboabin no say so even in 2020 anamo ye campaign ma Akufo-Addo, what were you thinking? Selfish interest entianya campaign ma no onwini onkwana ye yensa meka party no. That was the thinking. Wa anwere Ghana ho afa nu akotena kire ebe ka kire Alanche Martin ne nkofo no pese omo portrait say eye Akufo-Addo nko na adi bone no. Mo ne no so da adi bone no. Alanche Martin ya aboabin ohinto no kra de ono wan sada nka bi. Ono wanya campaign ama Akufo-Addo da. Ohinto wanya bi da. Ya aboabin. Okwa Asempa FM no akotwa da pasa ofiro no odnani a kire a Peace FM. Ya aboabin. Today you are telling us, say, Ghana's interest is no longer important to the MPP. Uhuni dabe. Mo bo obiama wa say o man no, we destroy country no, we bubu o man pillars, your democratic pillars, your educational pillars, we destroy bibia and we jahoko. And was ye jay another blockhead. Who your campaigner? Hwese your campaign. Hopsi adoye no adane pimp. Kwafan krofo ma Africa Canada. Ado ma be se dem. Wona wo form achi Akom them form laptops, a high tax. Edwamo Yanya Mafunu, una wulidi a armed robbery gang against a year of Barbesia, Hopes and Doyer, and you are crying today. Oh, swatch the wine. Miame Papa Boniface. Now, also a Jubilee House. Omoka say ombe zongo founder sikane buy. Ono the chedi ye. You share the money. Mudi wie no and aba ka kire say now they want to portray say oh ye de ye yanka ho ye de yanimo hwe mo didi mu aboa na mo say oman no for 7 years ya boaben. Hwe ya boaben no de afrafra to for no mo di agrom ko campaign krofo bo babo o mo no. O mo no wa hi e cha Akufo-Addo no mo. I'm telling you. Because at the end of Akufo-Addo, look, what are you doing? Almost say Akufo-Addo no mu yebi eche MPP mu emienu. Alan, the man Mimi Ja Alan Echidie, right from 2008, bepim to 2012, ni emu bi kachere Alan. Munche party no mienu, munjam mienu. Akufo-Addo so obedi president there. Montem ho. Munjwa party num. Na Akufo-Addo na di president awie ba omi amode money bi da cause you see on your head. Onya he. Also selfish interest bi na Kwabena Japan. Kwabena Japan okoye omopam no e na akoye campaign hwehwe ani mu 2016. E na omo wi ni ye. And no more ya bema bibi sa ya ma hwe and ananti sun ya 2020 na gabi we be frɛ no ma Land Cruiser and no more ska kakra e ho na sa firi gina ho mini list over tie ba bia na ayi Kwabena Japan frɛ list over say obetu ya yefo say si ama meboa ne wo fa ase ne ye santifon kola ye campaign man DC enti sese no so onya ba bi sha ye betumi aba ne nkyɛn ana ene so onya ba bi sha we de we kekawe me ena list was me hwe won chen ena bobie so me hwe won chen say no man ka chen so me man chief of staff enti wo de hwe na ye so be chief of staff wa ye nya hwe me di Akufo-Addo bibia nu ye me fe de bibia nu ye be de kromfo say na dua ne kura ye me tan aka Akufo-Addo nko a wo Ghana me makoma dimi akume kromfo sa ukoye campaign wie ye Kumase ena obesia ye ne wabusia FM ena mo kasa ya ena nkola mu free Kumase ena hwede mo tenkran ena mo ye yo omo wi ni ya no site wo twene obepe eye flag bearer no omo je wo se fie ni school na dia homete ajaye uwie ya na wase akogina soro dem se ba omi aye number 1 chese se bia mbefa running mate oh nyaatwumo kofo side for no de nyaatwumo Kofo nkrofo no nyaatwum afoko nya asem na Alan twe no ho ana Alan ene kwadwompiani num be ya aka ana omo sa be bomu ere na Richard Anane onsi ye Alan ade ase Alan de no ko bo Akufo-Addo ene ogya wo mumu enti yekum afoko Alan ankabi yekum Samekrab wa ankabi yekum Ohininto wa ankabi yekum Kwabena Japan wankabi sana Alan tie sana misuban tie senya ono ni interest a obia interest ya fucking Alan Kyerematen no obia wo boni woni tirimo ono so ne boni e woni tirimo no senya ono Alan Kyerematen Kwadwo Kyerematen a no way it shouldn't be anybody there ye obia me say Apia Stadium be se kwa Akufo-Addo fie no mkobo no ada wo kwa Akufo-Addo fie o fa me ho e wa Sempa FM Pyramid House na mka chenze fie ya wukomi oso wo Akufo-Addo na na se membra sata ni enyina ya Alan wo kwa no mu dum no fine wantimi anka so wajai party no fie ho o free fie o begina bonte se wajai MPP Alan antimi anka bibia moa friend say Apia Stadium at look omu kobu ni nsem mimi case bae Alan ankabi wouldn't say omu wini 2016 me frère Alan me listo ye frère Alan sa me dem said pa me friend almost getting to 1 year one father just Akufo-Addo num hu say omu ne ye kasa just ye outcast for tini kwa say Akufo-Addo num hu say omu ne ye kasa Hey, and then I mean, you are going to see some crime there. Madame, the Prame National Chairman, we are in here. I've heard also at TV. Then this National Chairman, we are in here. I'm Baro. Mona Maya Mobono. What's the papa and something? Yeah, Boninho. We are saying, what do you have Boninho? All right, so these are some of the few issues, and I think Yabuabenom, Omo, Enshe, Assembly on Becabiano, Omnia Kufad Neye, and it should remain same. It should remain same. The Ombecabiano, Omnia Kufado, and a Bonibia or Mo Cabiano, yent me enyi Omo Enfrimu. It's not possible. Omnia Kufad ne destroy this country, and I think more and run away because a moment your mind say or more the ministers and the Kufado or Makotia Frantono NDC ba no be who wrote to be a war ministry on Becassa and what the Okotia Fran 21 kahon Okahon Magdalene was national chairman Papa B Miamini Honorable Kwaba.
Yeah, Mukovidia.
That's me Shiaba me young Kubi. Oh, Bobby. Yes, oh, yeah, Nisini. Let me say, Minia, not just a minute no harm, so oh, men can't bonnet. Let me say, there be, men can't say what Shamia can say, and this in here, who the moment in Bobby, Bobby, and this, and this none. You see, the point is, ono mo yent mi ntra omemu a obi asuro se ade a mi yi obi beka say
yeah
se usuro so obi beka say there, which means you don't believe in your conviction.
Of course.
But when you believe in your conviction and you are very clear in your mind, because honorable here and yes TNT o baby a akufo dun dia bedu ni nyo ehu
no correct
usia oh eno anajo esia MPP from penifo mienu bi na ensema omo e kano honorable say MPP free so a wan hwa niema mu behu no yese mo organize national funeral day
wakan manase ayina wachoro no
sao
wachoro some write up bi we na mahu
I see. I wish thank me.
I have futu and Odema, President Mahama. Say, Onami, Monko promise bread and butter beer.
Debbie,
on promises of a democracy nesiho.
Simple.
Because, or sim ye coso man who ye, Obi who ye, but Obetana Kunyano soa, and Obi who rot. Any proye, any senior man say you drew, and this I'm no promise a month for. You be who to intimate, and you should just promise Gani and say, Obeji democracy, so it's enough for him.
Me say, honorable Nra, Papa phone me and me dim komosa, say, hey, Bobby, and your man, I am not Canada, and a mau. Was saying this, I da buying best son, and your man Ghana for Behuno, this will be a chant to me to ye.
Yes.
Os Bako catch him say, Sikani be or more atamako to baby, or moon who baby on the akoto. And a big problem among a Kufuado and then a chronics, and a big problem. But this can be what they do, Omun nim baby at that.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, Omun nim baby at that. Scan be Omun and Omudu Komo. Omi obi catch them say, Kufuado crop for no bacono. Young boy be Eswendeno almost $15 million.
Wow.
Jikotu me honi bi tipa
what they call
omusika nkrofo de adwane no honorable omusika pa Kufuado family no ne friends no omusika nkrofo de adwane boys no de adwane no because omutam sika ni bi omu hu ba bi a omfa mfa
tell general kan ye no o say ahimfie twene
akowia
bekowia kan fa so obebo no
Ube da bebo no abonten.
E na ya asem no. So oba ohene beti. Udi pie so eyi.
Anyway, honorable Akwaba. Messi about so make Ghana for said never to me raffle no mecheska star 413 hash star 413 hash. The Atiana said more mobet me a channel consistently from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Bonanza kesie Eddie Amamo. Me pa cho muntie me ye pa. Me pa cho. Yeah, Bonanza kesie Eddie Amamo. Eye moa modia, eye moa ena mokro. Mr. Mwada. Enadia no me che nipa pi 500 na modia koto eye mo na moadi. Edamu ase. Honorable Adama Sulemana MP for Tiny constituency. Sounds na Orachas Nyame on ye convener Edema Gold Coast Fund Management. Honestly, I'll say Bernard Mona will join us. This one and Akusipoku will join us. Uniacha Sakwaba.
Oh, Commander.
Bokore.
Commander.
Okay, so honorable, quick two things. Na person boa me my ye quick na make sure say sir me hu a parliamentary service letter be Mr. Speaker's official residence and the related issues. Pacho what kai?
Makai. There. You mean me that say. Me say na otwe ya mu speaker ewo breakfast meeting afi bia wo ye. Say ko bom paye na wa bi ne kwan ama public ama Ghana for no nyina na nkutahudi ewo bi ono omodi. Enti speaker kasa anum no ena na oka ensem okoso o man mu enkankan efa nsase sem ho ena oka twa mu kakra mpo se oka twa mu kakra o menu ani 1 minute se onompo asase otiso no e wo cantonment no se enye obi na tia na so a nko hu ye na yato ama private developer e ho na speaker dan ni se otim na nka yato ama private developer just a test statement to a speaker man you know. Oh, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, I issue statement. Lands Commission, I issue statement. A very topic for discussion. I was a speaker about me, so you be a piano. And this all kind of some not trial. Now, more the issues so bad. Parliamentary service paper a year who ye a public relations direct media relations.
Okay.
And I issue statement. No more clarify some speaker kind. Speaker can say a tone, but also be and also I'm announced sorry. Nka yetonye enti letter na ye nkyerechire mu a ewo asem o kan no o kyerechire mu se ye duruya du lands commission ho a nipa no kwaji papers no ena nipa na nkasa o ton no hu se the lands is in the name of parliamentary speaker
enti nka hwan na eto ama no
enya aban through the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources ena nka yeton one more ton plot to my way. And say, yes, sure, say, maybe a president Nakufaro
Jubilee House.
Ye fear and say Tonya.
They can do it
because it is a real possibility. Ye aton tono a Dawson. And he, when you say let away by a true opportunity, but the reality of man say. Prime lands, state lands in India no. Abaya fa kwan bi so atonton asase ni nyina mo ho. Ba bia speaker te kwan ka ye ton a. In fact, wasan de ahyem say ba bia collect to parliament no ya ton. Ba bia na collect to parliament ete no ya ton.
Really?
E wo letter num. Na ne san wo letter num say.
Fatwa mame.
Yes, ne san wo letter num say. Edan atwa speaker ho ahia nyina na nka no state lands no. Ya ton a private developer almost yes. Yes, see abrosan. Enti ba bia speaker te no. Is no more conducive for the use of the speaker again because
anti na watu ho no.
High rise building nyina ho.
So watu ho.
I'm not sure.
Obi ama me line say speaker tu ho.
Yes. Enti eno ne nyoma e letter no.
Any GIS ekwemu ho.
Immigration
GIS ekwemu. Wenuma. Wenuma.
Omo ane beye.
Oh. Omo dan ba ko bi si ho. Wenuma. Now say one lawyer Poco or something, or facility be wo Labonia. Omo to facility say $3 million. Asase no. Omo kind of cash. And I do normally lawyer is one more kind of cash. Normally car breakfast can from Labonia.
Now was $60 million in free every airport. But I'm back immigration custom training back home. Also 60 million Ghana.
Omo babet tam ediko so oh
I get bank card
but yana honorable obi nkrofo busa me Charles I don't know mintimi nyi sa asem na no say when there is a change of government those state lands muntimi nya ho bibia na
we bit my ho bibi
how educate
we will take them back. I mean say BSC pen and senya and this na power in 2009 and kababi a foreign affairs ministry see na ya ton na kofo aban ton sa land ni nyina and this Professor Moses na Sambeji and na man ya babi asi foreign affairs ministry
but this current NDC leadership do you think ombenya kokodra yes adian
oh na Professor Moses aban no nye extension of Professor Moses aban no
I know
yes we will even do west we will do it yeah and you are winning say what to aban plot wa unim say wa mfa kwampa so ne toye sabe say fa kwampa so mpo ne ye nim say ba bia pese ye de nya sa na ye de ya we will take it back we will take it back
okay
in fact yes aponchire ni wu a ene be hu ne tenten
but which means legally no we are going to pay more judgment debts because nipa na ye facility also e was so
through rightful means
you see their procedures are there are some lands that which are even not for sale at all completely. One who say, oh, mra, yeah, and this question has come to Parliament like 4 times.
Demi Busau, yeah.
Aye, 4 times. Yeah, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources at Parliament. So, on match how much lands any free cra, any which has been given to which person a free one on a cop for like 4 times. Also, I'm here digitalization of the Lands Commission. Every time that has the answer. And since 2021, I remember Parliament. Nipo tabisa question pa era Suhini bisa sa question 2 times. Yes, sister or Achimotai, Teresa, abisa question, you know. And he has not been able to answer that question in Parliament. And I say, Saponchile ni wa.
Okay, so we have the parliamentary service letter here.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker's official residence and related issues. So quickly, let me just run through. We refer to the media stories on and reactions to the statement by the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin, Speaker of Parliament, regarding the official residence of the Speaker of Parliament. It must be noted that Mr. Speaker stated the attempt at selling his official residence, which he made reference to during the Speaker's Breakfast Forum in Accra on Monday, 20th November 2023. The potential buyer proceeded to the Lands Commission for the necessary due diligence and realized the status of the property. That was when Mr. Speaker got to know about it. We also wish to state as follows. 1. The Right Honorable Speaker did not say that the Speaker's official residence had been sold. What he said was that it was almost sold. 2. The reactions by the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, the Minister of Works and Housing, and the Lands Commission so far have not tackled the subject matter of the alleged sale. Now 3. A visit to the official residence of Right Honorable Speaker will unveil that almost all the surrounding buildings and accompanying parcels of land have been sold out to private developers. High-rise apartments have been constructed all around, leaving the Speaker's residence as an island and endangering the safety and security of the Right Honorable Speaker. 4. A trip down memory lane reveals that sometime in 2019, the official accommodation of a certain clerk to Parliament located in cantonments was sold to a private developer. Other properties assigned to Parliament have suffered similar fate. We are encouraged by the decision of the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources to investigate this matter and hope the investigations will establish who attempted to sell and who the potential buyer was. Transparency in this matter of utmost importance for the sake of public confidence in state institutions, and signed by David Sebastian Damois, Director, Media, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, but, Minia, this is scary.
Yeah, it's scary. It's really scary.
The Parliament, Parliament in SAS, no more dining baby.
We let a speaker, a media relations officer, I can say, Yaton Parliament, no man be brain in SAS and be. Yaton, I could be a speaker. Ena obiti announce who ya all come once so I am person obekano. In fact, let now her lands commission the na mahwe me timin kan housing ministry lands and natural resources, but my kind lands commission letter. And truly they never talk about oman timi an tackle say attempted sin oman kan wansam.
Na say yen ton.
They say yen ton ye. But nipa nan kase maton wo say nka mo ton.
As whether so obi aba ampa.
Yes.
Munu obi adi nkomo.
Yes.
Moyi indentures near the idea ma obi.
What stage na mudru ye? Man kan ho asem. Nti speaker let away every parliament teacher say omo meka ho asem na omo nkyere hwan na nka ye to no hwan na nka ye to ama no. Sa nipa no ba ya nka be ye de pa.
But Charles, so what is wrong with Akufo-Addo?
On say area say ya wo ba yatete no. What it about near my back? I was saying the two bands. Those are collage. So I say or start edidia. Sometimes who be on try so come the now try so in some you na be dey. E be dey aduane no.
Yeah, nkola. Yes.
Na what you be ano the bonkum di na so hu out the mienu na ya tia kola no. Chai, ya ngen sa fa we didi. Chai. For we didi. On say o share sa family and friends government we are. I say a yadi be a running through Mumoja. I say, dear, Omu she don't fi plan for frost na ba. Anna, baby pie treasures be so. Anna, baby, free buy ne bini ho. And ne 2 aguso 7 periods and once ne 2 agu be so. And funka. Na bribia de make say de ye me ya ne say. The technocrats are on mine no demo atena ho. Government beba ako no na me blame omo. Omo na me blame omo. Asem we ye kasem la asem hada. Where were the technocrats? Or where are the technocrats?
In common day.
Yes, you first your director. Wo government they change NPP government abeto pen. And this government abeto pen. And NPP government as abeto. The entire the mo tena won say mo de mo nya politically appoint
person common day.
Omo na edu sam pempen so a omo na sign some of the document. You tell them say no.
Who should tell who no?
Oh, masa.
The civil service no man crime and yes how. I mean there's the political class has overtaken the civil service.
Man crime and yes. No, but some your director.
Yes.
Say you can say emra wo ho kwan a ye wasase bi kwan e fa so ayeto. What one near the about between him says sign. When I say sign, then you sign it.
The man who is president, you can do that. That is vicious man.
Oh, the point is that they will sack you. But at least you make it.
Let's face reality here. Yeah. Honorable, I can't say Mrs. Siawe. Honorable, I strongly disagree with John Mahama time. You can do that because during John Mahama time, NDCHS, we had similar challenges in Ghana here, where politicians bulldoze their way through. You see, the canker has been with us for quite a long time.
That's my problem.
But Akufo-Addo legitimize it. They say no, one man is legitimate. That when you are a politician, you wield so much power that the technocrats cannot stand you.
Yes.
What do I say? It has been our culture all this while. We don't allow the state institutions to work. Look, Honorable, Erade Domo, mo second coming na mo bay. Me, maka, nema miunua, Erade Bua Jomama mo ya. That at any point in time, a civil servant, technocrats, will live above politicians.
That is what is supposed to happen.
So that is what's then again say Obi any civil servant ejuma for 5 years. You are appointing minister, deputy minister.
No.
Look at Obi says I'm here at NLE. Onya ejuma da. On top empawada. I know this boy. All of a sudden, I am a millionaire. When you leave such people to come and steal the country, Obia Chad 30 years. Sika, your friend say Pius Ajidewo. Oh, who be that?
Boy,
or Jubilee House, the Irijan and the so are dying 6 months. You giant, no, of referee radios, maybe one semper. Oh, sometimes the system is bad. Yes. So now, honorable, this issue about technocrats, no, on to me cash. Because you're the above to name. You're now, sir, on sign. And on him technocrats in Domoye. On him so no on try the being a scat or cantonments as I say. Over no be answers, near Dodoa. The Obaba to cantonments as I say, no man, a 100,000, 200,000. No, so consider the Dodoa. And do the cantonments, what is your Dodoa?
It's the more mobile, no, you don't do what I will say.
It's simple.
They also enjoy.
Yes, of course.
Okay, but the point is so. You see, you show mine. The entire Kwabena also a better now be brainy say. You boom composure ye chi. Ashe the echo sum pempen so ya. You who say any be bring ye. And only the baby ni usum baby you. And you know, this is the time I see starting. Say be a advocate. It say, young upon ya domna say. You're John Sam baby yoma. Adia bakwa wo pay who say. Technocrats and the civil servants be or may be in certain field for a long time or more holding some prestigious position. No, they will rise above politicians. If that,
it's not possible.
Bobie.
It's not possible.
Bobie, if you go ministry, you could do ministry. Why the head ministry? No,
chief director. Like okay, day to day affairs and I say overall, a minister. No.
So how can the chief director rise above the minister? Until say a best son, Emrano.
Yes.
Until say a best son.
But is it doable?
It's doable.
It is doable. Okay. You see, when we constitution way, 10 BL among folk complaining say it's the constitution that is bad. I disagree. It is the implementation of the constitution that is bad. Mejitum said there are some areas of the constitution that here attention. But I'm telling you, say, Sanke the constitution way yeah Juma and Kanya near Koso or my woman near Koso. The bottom line is that Major to say was President Mama Pension other government habano. You similar issues. But you see, the constitution was made in such a way say we will have a reasonable president, a presidential constitution.
Okay.
So we will have a reasonable president. No, yes. Obiani or envisage say Ebenya president obeka se media memfa hwe ho ne obeka bia memfa
se metweska men ko parliament ko ja approval
men ko ja approval and the Bank of Ghana a finance me deficit amewo ma printisi ka ma finance me mewo and I don't care nyoma ekoso o manu nyina say obi e bone na obe clear no all the constitutional nyoma breaches akoso ye yini pa free court ye bu judges ye bu we all of he doesn't care. That constitution didn't envisage that, and none of our president in the Fourth Republic aye nyoma na kufu ado aye no
that
enti ono na expose a flaws so e we constitution no
yeah
enunti enka normally no me my chief executive officer e wo this assembly pen time this assembly
okay
I was a chief executive officer
okay
there were occasions I will go to my director, this is coordinating director, with a proposal. I say honorable way there the law doesn't allow it. He will go and bring you the local government act.
Perfect.
The law doesn't. He will stand up to me.
That is what I'm expecting.
That is it.
He will stand up to me,
and that's what I'm expecting.
Director, and he say, "No, okay, just say. We have to go here. We can't award this law, this contract here. Let's go to the regional coordinating council. Tender no our region. We will go and do it there. But you see, and then the district coordinating director or what district no cannot do it because Ochenebe transfer no.
Yeah.
And he will not stand on his feet. You see, the message cannot be good. And you tell me, say, the messenger cannot be bad, the message can be good. It won't work because the personnel I don't matter now. Nipa no otisoro no.
The message is as good as the messenger or bad as the messenger.
And the subano permeatia kosi down there. And the subana on woman no, and one will be a woman. And you say, ye law no any ho. And then you say law no so and protect it. And can they allow to protect the civil servants? Say, from political interference. But look, one who you now see of Ministry of Finance no. One who be paying my way mu.
Yeah, but
Say finance minister ako present budget. Na me no. Yen appraisers of the budget. The people who present omo prepare budget no. The people at the finance ministry. Minister na dey nyoman ketankiti bi no yo. Yeah. Enti me no na yes appraise budget no say budget no. Ebe serve we need and I serve we need. Na minister no ba parliament no. The usual yemo is a man of parliament na nsi. Minister oba ya na nkro for almost 80% omon pen no. Enti abosoba wanya no parliament no. Okoje abasobo no.
Koje fans no.
E wo fans no. E wo Ministry of Finance. And the people who are clapping and here to asori nyomo ho no are people who are paid with a taxpayers money. Omo civil servant. They are not politicians. Enti when we are condemning the politician for being rowdy our parliament, we must condemn those civil servants at the Ministry of Finance. And no, and for independence, Kwabena, me need finance background. But say me more finance background. And I president mama appointed me said me Minister of Finance. Me could do Minister of Finance. I will sack all of them.
Are you sure?
I will sack them because I cannot work with them. Because no say they will sabotage me if I leave them there. They will sabotage.
They will not help you to do what
they are no more. It is for no reason. They are saying, say, I was a civil servant on a political. Send a buying biabano. Mudi munim dear. In fact, civil servant, a lot of them have got the knowledge and the nimdian nyoma. They can be better politicians than us. Chamber no. But a man is open so by yes, for you want to ho.
Yakoye.
Na koye, ne who say dear. Unim dia wono wo dia ba ama ye nyina ye hu say me no nyina ye ka politics na sem ba se mo anya sa na minister na be present wie na obedru fie obedru office ho afa na mo bebo mu nsama no ato enwuma ma na ochina se minister ne sesa na ya no da minister na e ba e de na mo be ye yenim ko enim na mo no
anyway adamo
ha ye ayi
achima budget ni ye nwura mu straight near the ababesi economic issues between JM and Baumia. But my be budget no much.
Okay, me budget no. I'm say almost 400 almost 309 pages.
Yeah.
But me no best summarize budget no. Send e be ya. Did there any brofo ya kan nyina e be ka bread and butter issues ayo budget no. And here. Na the seat any yemfa de ensie nipa no on say budget presentation and kasa minister be present ye o present be 49 pages me gitum say a summary of budget and o present ye enye the full budget now so say o ka kire Ghana for say matete taxa ewo sanitary pad so taxa ewo electric cars o wa person obe assemble electric cars o import o nyoma na metete so enti metete nyoma baako mienu miensa na enum so a e wo se utimi in the same vein utimi ka kire Ghana for no so say ebia taxa ye wo we baako mienu miensa na we e wo hodada no me di bi ka ho enti me ti we so no me di bi ka we ho but minister no ba ye no conveniently o skipo ye
yodi bi ka ho
de wanka ho asem na nemmom ne ode otete so no e no ka na no kura so ne say ne otete so no okika ni nyina bomu a per annum is around 200 million Ghana cedis otete afiri so no is around 200 million Ghana cedis e na ma no be hwere okay but ne ode be ka ho no o pay 11.3 billion e na ode be ka ho
okay
enunti one mention new tax bia now so tax nko a ye betua more from previous taxes, adjustment from previous taxes, no. Am I 11.3 billion new taxes? Wow. 11 now, but say 6 billion. And that is a 11 and a double, almost double of the initial 11 about the buyer. And to her, Abana Kasa, the statement or the buyer, we have page 68. Or the buyer, or say, or her total revenue and grants are for 2024, no. 176.4 billion. Na ohwa revenue also ohwa a 31.9% increase into her 2023 budget now. Also on increase your revenue agent by 31.9 billion. Now revenue here no kunya free. Or kunya free taxes are able to free me no home. Enti budget no tough for me na say. Yes. Or budget 176.4 billion any revenue obenya. But sika also be spend no 226 billion. Enti between sika or be spend 226 billion. Any revenue or say or budget no 176 billion. There's a gap. So a gap no a budget deficit. Ye problem a ye wo man we mu nyina wona na kufu ado aban we mu no a budget deficit. Na me pese me kire eno ase kakra wo yan kasa ye dada setena mu. Eti se ne wo ne wo yire oni obusua tifie households oni say budget aggregate of individual households na akwa ababe ye general na aye state budget.
Okay.
Enti ono yire no man tifie obusua for na tifie no matter how long o madodo no yire dodo bia mo tifie ena bosumi bia oji sika 10 million o emphasize oji 1000 Ghana cedis na oji 1000 Ghana cedis ya okeka o sika odidi nyina bomu a
yeah
okeka o expenditure nyina bomu a o expenditure no bia 1500.
Okay.
Oso sika wo je no 1000 cedis enti dia na abeye obekọ nchen akọpẹ sika foforo obekọ akọpẹ bisia ada so obekọ bank ho na akọpẹ bisia obekọ namfofo ho na akọpẹ bisia but obekọ akọpẹ bisia na wo de asoso.
Yeah,
there are two things that you can do. Either say obedi o expenditure no everybody for man na bedru 1000 no and then there unko je bisia na bosome no so bi na eni ho but you be fine but ye de na ntisa ye kwa akwaje besia se bosome no so wakwaje besia no wantimi antua na bosome no so biom o se o masan akwaje besia biom nne no menko wo ho menko kwa me wo ho ba meko menu a chance ho na wakwaje besia na free menu a chance nso ho ade echi a o se menko ho meko menu ya oti studio ho yi ade echi a wanko no ne ho na wasen akọ brapani wabai wakọ nso nti wakọ besia no bebre wakọ gigi ni bebre ena besia fo no nyina hu se ogi sika na untua enti obi ase me ma obesia no biom
ana ye besia so de kodi
besia so a ogi ye no so no wanfa nkoye adwuma ebetua ne ho ka enti wantimi antua besia no ena wo ba biom ena wo se enye se mi ntua o ba mi ntimi ntua enti se sia me wo ha ide mo ma me akwanya na mo a mede mbosia wo man we mu no me mede me terms me a me mede ma ba bosia me wo me terms ne se me ntimi ntua mo ka na nso me nka nkere mo me ne mo nya nhyehyeye me hyehyɛ a mede abetu ho ni wa wo pɛ no befa wa wo mpɛ no mamfa na sika nka ese metua ma mo afi no agese mfie num mfie nso achi ene domestic debt exchange program eno so memfa bibia anka ho entimi ntimi ntua misika no na afa me kwa amana no mo amede o mo kan so me no mo so koye we ena wakoye sad na de budget ya betu yanim se e kana ye de no untimi ntua enti afi sika obe spend ni na so untimi ntua ye kana ye de no we eyenkunim die enti abanya obeba obeka se waye we nyina bobusia we nyina chi enti wadi nkunim odi nkunim die no be kire yen mi hu aso se o start budget we ne friend say bipolar budget. Bipolar people, they have what you can we are they can we bipolar budget because emre bia I say be tua car ye de no enyo ma budget ni na asesa senne ye ka se ye tua ye car inflation rate aban so obenya no e be sesa ye total debt stock aye wo no e be sesa ye interest rate e be sesa sika ye de be ye mpuntudwuma ni nyina be sesa enti such a budget this one is a very fragile budget and there's nothing about nkunimdie ewo ho na meka sika sema ye beji nyina no ye gi sika no na ye tua ye ka ye in fact even with the domestic debt exchange program no we also service our debt because your external debtor, your external creditors, your boka, bilateral ones, multilateral ones, bilateral one, amaya, ya jiju musika. Your multilateral ones, ya World Bank, IMF, akwaji, I also pia. I say your commercial loans also, yeah. I say, sa bond, ya flow to bond several times, and also, and you heard that portfolio now, and you mix up, and yeah. And the man say, even with this, the essay program, no, that need be available. I also hear, and he's going to spend, I think, 55 billion. And the year your domestic, your debt, out of 227, you know, Obesia spend a moon 14.4 billion, a non-tax revenue, no, and to also 15 billion. I feel Obesia, I this can be aye, yeah, friend, statutory funds, get fund, national health insurance levy, any nyoma, and also Obe spend almost 11 billion, 11.1 billion statutory funds. Sikano so odimu 63 billion ebe to my forecast. Afe odimu 21.8 billion ebe ye capex. Ti say ene ye de be ye empuntu djuma. Na ne aka no betua energy sector levy, and also energy sector levy ne energy payment shortfalls IPPC ye do mo kan nyoma no so ye de emu 27 billion. Enti 226 billion na aban say ohwehwe say ye de be ye empuntu djuma no. Emu 28.7 billion and be ye actual impuntu asem 28.7 billion and be ye capital expenditure. And this out here now we say ye be ye wa kwan a think twice. Otiha now we say be school dan think twice. Otiha now we say be ye onyoma o expect say be think because sikana ye wono enchichemu a ewo sika no enti 226 billion no say na enchichemu no tie Bobie wa mesi bebre
bari anko ya na me monitor.
Yes, and unti the bottom line is say we are going to increase our revenue by 31.9%.
Okay,
so increase in revenue we no wonim say IMF the moratorium ato so enti ye ntimi nkobobosia se ne na ye bobosia no.
I see.
Yes, again ajama so eco flow to bond no, yeah. We cannot go to the international bond market until 2027. Enti akase ye be increase revenue by 31.9%. Ehe ne benya free enu tinka obi a owo kando oye honesta nka o ka kire yen say ye tete taxes no so ye beti tax no so sanitary part ye beti we so nka o gina ho aka kire yen say VAT no ye increase volume by goods a ye de no, communication service tax a ye no ye increase the bouquet na ye de communication tax was no because what tete tax no so 200 million Ghana cedis a what the bill can be hon so amana ko 11 billion enti no person odisie enti the bottom line is say afi non oil tax revenue enya oil no
enya esikasem
oil sikasem ena meka aban say ohwehwe say obeji non tax oil revenue 173.3 billion. In fact, page 68.
One.
Or say, Obeji non-oil tax revenue to the tune of 135.9 billion. And for total revenue,
135.9 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes. Okay, 79% of total revenue.
Obeji Jeffrey.
Or Jeffrey me no ho. Enti, oko revenue measures are wa listed by bia Obeji enyomani nyina free mreba ibe ko honso.
Ka ko ma hesisi anke ye.
Okay.
Because the next question and say in free oil no more or je no hefa
empa meba wachira oil there or see total revenue no 173.3 billion total revenue 173.3 billion but or hwesika 226 billion.
I see.
And in yakana yebusia between 173 and 226 you know you only have to go and borrow.
So 173 remove na 135 near non-oil.
Yes, 135.9 billion. Oil.
Non-oil.
Non-oil. Okay, 79% of total revenue no. Non-oil. Enti niaka no oil revenue, any grants, any gold resources no nyoma ni nyina any cover money 173 no.
So the 135 no or Jeffrey
yanko revenue measures.
Okay.
Budget no. Pacho mami America krabi.
Yeah.
Yes, revenue measures.
Yeah.
So the Income Tax Amendment Act 2023, Act 104. When we say you pass it, income tax amendment last year, yeah, he is going to increase. Income tax. He is increasing it again. So
income tax now you piano.
267.
Almost be increasing. No?
Yeah, increasing that in 2023. There's an Amendment Act in 2023. Yeah, increasing man.
Okay.
And it was on. Say I'm ranting like I almost say yeah the tax at game no ho.
Yeah.
Betting I tax at. You see there's a VAT on betting itself. And so channel do one new there's a VAT on it. But what we know now, I'm ranting in him say winning coupon no. Yes, tax no. But there's an original tax on the bet itself. Whether you win or you don't win, there's a tax on it. And it's going to increase this between 2024 and 2027. Medium term you. And year one.
Okay.
And on the stamp tax, the stamp duty tax, 268. The stamp duty act 2005, Act 689 had not been reviewed since its enactment in 2005. So he's going to review it. 2024 you. And they are going to do something that implementation of second phase of the communication service tax. What do you say? You have communication service tax. Into the second phase and also back into effect.
I see.
So they are going to also introduce transmission tax. Yes.
Transmission
emission.
Okay.
Yes, emission tax. Because they think emission continue to pose danger. They're also going to do environmental excise duty to cover plastic packaging and industrial and vehicular emissions. And companies in firms are plastic nyoma. They are going to introduce what we call the environmental excise duty.
Yeah, there's some more big increase.
Yes, they are going to introduce it.
Introduce.
Yes. And then VAT. There are some goods. Na VAT no exempt. For instance, educational materials, books, any nyoma. Na VAT it was VAT exempted, but they are bringing all of them into VAT. So
eventually no books and this anema no bobeding.
Yes. Listen to this. See.
Now, the answer man for and said until
because when he came, he decided to tell us what we want to hear. And in your kind of there's a bridge version, but Nana can say, so what me I can't say these are revenue cutting measures.
For phone based screenshot baby.
So we are revenue cutting measures. I was also team catches. These are also the revenue enhancing measures. But I'm about to crash. And one of your stations Ephraim free, more friends in the bureau, come and say Ephraim.
Yeah.
A day after the budget had been presented, when I was telling him, he was arguing with me. Say, Minister Bayano, one cancer.
Me cry me the okay can.
And then I me cancer. And the minister be catch on a bridge version, just the speech version, the propaganda version. What the government wants us to hear, but the rest he has put them in. And I say this is a bipolar budget. The words are sweet, but the figures here are scary.
Bipolar budget.
Bipolar budget. Where's no any figures no don't match up. They are two different distinct personalities, complete personalities. The bottom line is that government wants to raise 11.2 billion.
I see.
As additional revenue.
Yeah.
Through non-oil tax. And the tax is a 2 year. He wants to raise 11 billion, and he wants to give us 200 million because sanitary pad, you know, and all those measures or person, those piecemeal measures, you know, will reduce government revenue by 200 million per annum. But he wants to get 11.2 billion. But one more 11.2 billion also answer. Or they are not 200 million or they check amount for no. So basically, say a casa budget way near empty. That's what we mean, because anytime I mind this, I say all the indicators here are man per se or protected or forecast say inflation will be around 28%. They say 35.2%, but forecast say about 25%, and that by the medium term by 2025 we should have an inflation of 15%. Or forecast say the debt to GDP ratio should be brought to 55% by 2027. All those indicators will change the moment we start paying our debt, because this thing domestic debt as a program any say Minister for Finance or Paris, he's negotiating with our foreign partners or more or moka. When we decide to pay our debt, these things will not work. None of these things works.
We have a bogus document.
A very fragile document. Very, very fragile. And I say a bipolar document. A fragile document, because as we speak now, for creditors,
yeah,
we have not come into an agreement with them about how we are going to postpone payment of the debt.
Yeah, do amukana so modiyeka.
Yeah, do amuka. Na obi de eka.
Ngaya mwa.
Yeah, do amuka. To say China bilateral ones, to say Paris Club, to say bondholders ni nyoma no. Send your bulldozer in way through with the domestic debt exchange program. Any haircut or the aye.
Them
and as we speak, the minister is still there. But this budget is in our hands, saying approve. Hoping say he is going to get an agreement with them. That agreement has not been reached. It's the reason why the second tranche has not been released. Because we have not reached that agreement. The big boy in the almost China a big boy. Meanwhile, China, we owe China around 1.8 billion. By a total debt, foreign debt is around 15 billion. China alone is holding it because he doesn't kowtow to the dictates of the IMF.
Yeah.
And the IMF still doesn't come in when you want to negotiate with what creditors are. So basically, the bottom line of this budget is that you see, you pesika, you best spend 226 billion. But you see, you benye 173 billion. Enti nyakano a budget deficit. Consistently since Aban we take you over, we've been running double-digit deficit because time bia isika yedi no bro yakon humasika ye woso.
Yeah, promotion ni bi.
Eno nti sa wo hwe deficit no double-digit no ene na ama yen debt no every 122 billion no akọ almost 600 billion. In fact, 598 billion no is up to the end of September.
Anyway, honorable, mami maunia akwaba, enkobonumu ode, chairman wa say, chairman Mona, chairman akwaba, pacho chairman Yusu, weno, pacho boko ode.
Ewo maimu dia ni amanda.
Chairman, media, na mi busa boko wa eyenkwa. Na bibi boni bia ma ya so honorable
nka bibi boni ba ya nka memba ha ma ba ha yidi na kire sa ni ana odwe no ebi nsi
inshallah
wo se liso wele ni ha
asao
wa komi ma mi kunu ho
akọ ma mi kunu ho ede nyame ase okọ de papa o mo kwa ni nim but minia on the budget say budget by yana issues about manifesto, but let's deal with the budget issues. We name which aspects you want to tackle. But honorable Adresi Adebia obia ni maho about taxes via air chain. Ewo ebinim wa honorable Afin on be introduced, right? Afin on be introduced. Ebinim also omo baba be pejem like income tax. You mentioned income tax. Then you mentioned VAT on education materials, books and other stuff, which is a little bit scary.
Well, na Maminchia Honorable any ATF any Ashefo or Mam share Facebook and Omo Ghana and Omuni Ghana Omunina. Na near woman say certainly the 2024 budget is a budget of doom. No opportunities whatsoever. Oh, say our minister any and our president are only introdi. Now our appointed minister, the minister will perfect in the lies. Say okay that at the inception of the year, domestic debt exchange, Minister for Finance and our Parliament, in seek parliamentary ratification and the IMF approvals. Say okay.
Yeah.
Minister Neka say there is going to be a freeze on public sector jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Yamina Meka. When there is a freeze, do you employ 2.4 million?
You can't.
I mean, just take Anyamina Meka. The minister Nankasa say there is going to be a freeze, and the freeze was placed.
That was in 2021?
2022.
2022.
Into 2023, no, there had been a job freeze. So where did you employ the people? In the midst of the job freeze. Na say yebisa say ejuma no wahia. Na obi abekachire say NAPCO. NAPCO so for the past 11 months no, omo amoye ejuma when you have even closed down NAPCO no, yentua omoka. So where did you create that job from? But sometimes I say that our parliament is too relaxed. Because we don't take the minister to tax. Ubekasi. So what you said, just reflect on it, reconcile your own statements. Because Oko can't say our parliament. Now say when did you ha? That is perjury. So that is perjury. So you allow a minister to come to parliament to come and lie, and the following time he comes to lie. And jobs, has not been created. In fact, what we note is that we have suffered job losses in Ghana.
Very much.
And GS, and the Ministry of Education, it really see the number of teachers that have left the teaching profession and they have traveled out in search of greener pastures. Oko Ministry of Health, nipa no more training the best of the professionals now. They get out. So this country has suffered job losses in monumental order. By whom? You are not allowed to query, because better radio so to query these things. Our MPs are supposed to do it for us. Now, aside that, Tier Minister Obeka said there's going to be 0 rated taxes on locally produced sanitary pads. As you say. Now, Obia, sorry. Oh, almost look at Omaka sanitary pads and some. There no can one can't send biao. In fact, what he did was to inflame into Sesiano when the 2024 budget is approved. Now Oko Jom now Koto sanitary pad there. Naturally said there will not be taxes on it. The 2024 budget will be approved before the end of the year, right?
Yes.
Into January, 1st January. Say a sanitary pads are. Naturally said there will not be taxes on it. And now, from that day, it means that sanitary pads is no more a luxury commodity to attract luxury tax. And yes, I'm a minister. Taxes are still imposed. If you da, mubabe ye, ebi ewo Ghana ha. Na mubabe ye no ewo omai Ghana ha no. Mubabe ye no den. How are you going to produce it? Because nipa now mubabe sanitary pads no, they don't produce only sanitary pads. Ofa Tobinco, for instance, entrance pharmaceuticals.
No, but when we say even with the sanitary pad, no, only one company they produce in Ghana.
I'm saying that even those who are producing it, they produce it alongside other things. material now mokakoto ediabano. You will not go and distill them and say, wait, a sanitary pass there. Until you are waiting for them to bring the material. When they produce, then you see the component that is of local, your friend saying, that are of sanitary part before you can give them the tax reliefs that you are talking about. So, nipa no nisika, ontimi kokra nyoma no emfamba. And yet, they come and use, embellished English. Na oma dane nyoma no, na oma yate say, okay, ya confuse you obianti, obiani aje yakwa koda. So you can understand, say, Kojo Opong Kruma in the budget debate.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Did you hear him? He said that they need every hands on deck to make the budget a success. Yes. When have they ever said that? Never. No, Mwanka say who said near budget munu say a man for Ghana for Amboa and Yamoka no Kusiaga. Because Omu Ashwe budget statement ne Omu who said Nyama Enkoye. And anything that the Speaker of Parliament, Enra, na Penyo Markins, Minya Oko Casford, some of these things you should know it. Oh, sorry, now Kasa big. The Speaker said, hey, to Boise. Now your majority leader, he's a limping majority leader. Because Unshenechi, Obia Niho.
Obia, sorry.
Yes, Mama.
Obiamba.
Mom no year budget now.
Yes, deeper now mo year budget no. So sometimes that is why I ask, what is the interest of the minority? Because amodi budget no ba say betna se no mun debate budget no. Mba. So why do you also go to support them? So if you don't go to parliament, there will not be quorum. If there is no quorum, the budget will not be debated. And yes, sir. And if it's not debated, it cannot be passed. So why is it that the minority takes it upon themselves to do more the job of the executive than those who are working with the MPP? Mintias Bobie, mintias because sometimes this is what the minority...
No, but the other side of the argument is that if you have a responsible friend, do you also behave irresponsibly?
Bobie, look, if it has to crash for us to rebuild, let's crash it.
I get you. I get you. For
let's crash it and then let's all go and start afresh and know that we have nothing at stake.
No.
But we cannot be holding something that you have brought to us. Then you now kope baby atna.
Ufri also now catch your support.
Many say those who are supposed, they are in Paris, they are in Oslo, they are where? Then they leave the job for you to do. Then they come and tell you that munimshi. And rana metie baako no your friend saying near oye hwia omo baba yes Chinese say one
sticker
so say your baba see theater na yetimi aye
bushua
yeah me any metie no then I was wondering whether this is somebody from the government side.
Yes. Deputy Minister for Trade.
Bobie, look, this same minority unim ni omo ye the people of Belgium, the government of Belgium, and who say Ken Oforiata and as a President Akufo-Addo, they are laundering money out of Ghana using our embassy accounts. And yes, said Sikano eba omaimu. Yes, Sikakikwana Krana Yawono, the people executives, they are laundering our money. The Belgian authority closed down the Ghana embassy account on suspicion of money laundering. Oh, they called some members of the your friends say majority, some ministers, and no for majority no do. They went to Brussels, Belgium. Begging the Belgian authority. Says our county, the minority. They went to beg that the Belgian authority, yesterday, where your Ghana account?
The 8th Parliament.
Where this Parliament? Now say check the records. They closed down our, but you can just Google Ghana embassy account.
Yeah.
This no, it's not up to 3 months or so.
Yeah.
They went and begged. They went and begged for our embassy accounts to be open so that more money can be laundered. What is the minority doing? When Inka AC ya Belgium no, the minorities would have made calls to other embassies, other countries to check whether the Ghana government was not laundering money outside. Mufi say Kennedy as a Japan, seminar no can say, or move ye sika no modi econo, na odi agro. He knew what he was talking about. And then you go and support these people. Then their embassy account is open. They are still doing money laundering. Then no more but now you are part of the problems. The minority. I cannot. Massa, if we are trying to build and you are trying to collapse, I'll help you to push it down faster. When there is nothing to stand, then you see that there is the need to build. But the people, they cannot. Look at the debate. Go to parliament and go and see. They don't come.
Yesterday I was watching. There were about 20-23.
And then go and check. The number is just insignificant.
There were about 20 or 23.
You know?
Yesterday there were about 20 or 23.
Say, Ebimu ya ministers. They are there. Ebimu Afena, they are trying to realign to shift loyalty to Bawumia. Yes. Wherever Bawumia is going, they have to follow so that they can be seen. Should, in case, say, Bawumia can sustain, now they can also be recognized. So they will not come to parliament. And then they brought their budget, and you have to ensure that you debate the budget. At the end of the day, Dana Ebeba say Munkoto, you vote in parliament on the budget. Mobabe Sadano, then everybody will be called back. Sadano, everybody will be in parliament. After the budget debate, then they will re-vote. Finally,
yeah,
Bobie, this is a very terrible budget for the people of Ghana. It's terrible in terms of revenue. Sure, in these austere times, you cannot decide to run a budget deficit.
Yes.
A budget deficit where it means sika dudua obenye any busia okwa akope no. You ba beji sika chain ni awo no. You understand? You are in debt. You are going to all your revenues, including external projected revenues, is far less than your expected expenditure. So when your expenditure is higher, it means that you are going to borrow more. And when you are going to borrow more in this crisis, naturally the rate or the cost of borrowing will also be high. Inti Mokwaji, for instance, Kujo. Or see, they went to the bond market and they got a 30-year bond. 30 years, no. Na mo dasuti we are na mo dasuti ha. Why mo no mo ba be 30-year bond, no. So you are borrowed to spend today so that people in the future will come and pay. Bobie, that is Akufo-Addo. Openia onjai dapadie. Ba oboka mayam. Bobie, go and check Tema Oil Refinery. There is some scarcity. They have already sold the place.
Yes, sir.
And on much share ownership, no. And that's why I get tall. Oh, 40%, then they give some 20% to an insignificant group of workers and management. Tema Oil Refinery. More than 2 years, 60-year-old thing. You run the thing. They give you responsibility. Say manage store. So that we can produce and refine locally produced crude. Mumu wetu ya no. Adani business mo tong e di amamo ho. And as if these things are not paining us. You see our members of parliament and then they go and take it easy. This is not a matter to be easy about. We are talking about the soul of Ghana. We cannot strip our nation naked. Bobie, as a human being, honorable, me you tie, na me you jacket, na me you and then I remove your drawers.
Naked.
Will you be comfortable sitting here?
No.
That is how we are stripping our nation naked. Ye into man atadie nyina Ghana na yeshe no. Ye tutu look, go to the Senate hotels. They have been sold. Golden Tulip, La Palm Royal Beach, La Palm. Onim said they posted over 25 million dividends to the state, but it's being sold, and we are keeping quiet. We have brought you to come and manage stage assets. Untimi swa. Leave it like that. Then you come and you are selling it. Then at the end of the day, you go and bring us a collection of words and you tell us that is budget statement. What is this for? Look, Mami, repeat it. The way Ken Ofori-Atta is holding the finances of this nation, and Akufo-Addo cannot do anything. My dream is say Akufo-Addo di Ken Ofori-Atta ka. And I repeat it. Inti President Akufo-Addo ombra nombe ka chire Ghana for say na mi di Ken Ofori-Atta e kase. I'm sure say Ghana for no ye be your contribution near tua
near ho atoye
near ho ate na wa maken Ken Ofori-Atta no akotena se na oman yi ayeyie. Otherwise, we cannot have this kind of statements being presented to the people of Ghana at this time. Look, everything is going to go down. Finally, almost there, they are giving 220 million as relief items too. The same way COVID relief funds came.
20 million.
And Ken Ofori-Atta 8 miko yibi. No, the amount enterprise insurance. Say munkoye insurance ema frontline workers without issuing one single insurance certificate. No more scanner chedi no. The same way and a 220 million yi omoko akochedi. Into ye better na no maka say omakoto sanitary pads, omakoto tablets, omakoto mosquito nets. No more the invoice kesiye aba. The money is finished. They have shared the money among themselves. This is not our budget.
Chaze, there's this story here. Mama Yarga petitions Parliament to probe delayed funds disbursement to aggrieved Gold Coast Fund customers, and you are the convener.
Yes, and yesterday.
Oh, no, open your day.
Minia, in fact, Enra, I dark here manage.
Yeah,
because sir petition way I linger on the table of the minority caucus for almost 3 years now.
I see.
Yes, since 2021. And you joined toward the then minority caucus leadership. And come, I said, 2022, ya permiso, ya ante na recently, Anna, ya sign a call, Yera Babin ho, and ya nikuku shia. And the catcher say, we, ya mamma, some country government, they say, untia is kafu. Taxpayers' money, what more approving the tune of 8.6 billion. With the reason say these customers some year investment, they are indigenous Ghanaians, most of them, and year genuine investment because it was regulated by state institution. And it's young for taxpayers' money way and go to your kana and go crafone merwafone ayarefo musike go am de bom brarom hontom. That was in 2020 mid-year budget and 2021 main budget. Sika the market of Ofori-Atta we 2 years down the line, or the financial cleanup exercise was spending a year 25 billion or the year cleaning up. Now 25 billion, so little over 17 million. Echo institutions are now more falling under the Bank of Ghana. That's the main banks, the savings and loans, the microfinances, and a special deposit intake institutions. 17 million over Ecomoho. Anna and Kutabori says 8 billion plus 8.6 about Gold Coast Fund Management customers FO. But this money is 8.6 billion, supposed to about fund management customers for 8.6 billion. And say customer BR or belong to the 47 fund management companies are falling under Securities and Exchange Commission because of the financial cleanup exercise. And can say 8 billion, 8 million in full. That's 600 million excess. Na egusono and yeah ebia for administrative works near the idea ebia some high call for no more validation more fine Kanofriata at this basis can move 3.1 billion in the 2020 Yabeko elections no on this basis can be.
I see.
And Yasako Parliament, Yako Impenifo say more and a mujina name approve Ghana's Kawi. Salmon family triaka. Yabam menim empre me and wake one prince. Says he cannot quanis or the brains and kai. Mose Monka Hohe. Inti a in fact. Sibia ye kan asem no na se ye aka ma na twitwi honorable speaker kakra mo fanche me iti e ma na ni bre pa se no e wo so otu ho anamo iti honorable speaker ma ya kwankere kwan ya fa so e be ma parliament etumi asom ana ye ne honorable ayarga ko din komo say according to standing orders no say want to be petition parliament directly as individual I just say o petition through a certain MP and ye the fa no so na that Roma ohwe na on petition am I because near who's on wankasa odin kan edijuma bi similar was you even the finance minister our Bank of Ghana on 2 cases one ASR stability fund 15 billion na finance minister said or the or create na omo the ababeboa struggling financial institutions no our bra with that recourse to parliament won producing laws embark that a fund no into was sued that and also petition parliament on the near the quarter now so next say on one no problem with these financial malfeasance also within the terrain of the finance minister, so he was happy to have an issue and the quarter less than 2 weeks ni papa no yes enra obe raise issue no na enra tries to raise issue no on the floor of parliament but the majority leadership objective.
Why?
I don't know when to ask him. Objective.
Honorable why?
With a reason say they need time to go through the document or they haven't gotten time. But according to Honorable Ayargano say there is no standing order in parliament that gives them that opportunity. Say they should have the luxury of time to go through a motion of petitioner or person or making at the floor of parliament, but with the knowledge of the speaker he allows it. So okay, fine, if they need time, let's give them time. And you know, an opinion on about young share meeting now or 2 coin, but we need share our airport meeting for about 2 hours.
I see.
And sana or for a flight. Now I sure say or what parliament any question oba, but because of sad year wins, you know. Friday, obesamba. Na Monday we making sure say obe table sa motion no. Na ye table motion ni we a de ebetumi asi ni say honorable speaker ebe set committee. Na committee na djuma mbe ne say ombe frɛ ye Kanofriata. Na wa ba be kire sika no so was spend ya mo nkire kwan fa so spend ye. Eno ya de ba ko. Na ye ne petition ye tia wa say omo enhye no na sika no Offentia Gold Coast Fund Management for in many years. Unim say, Omunya information says, Sadi way by because into the American Gold Coast for dinner a budget.
Yes.
Obomu page 150.
Yeah.
Paragraph 150, paragraph 150. That's page 32 and 33. Obo Gold Coast for dinner. Now, as I'm not kind, no, or can a troca, and no jahokoye. But Mebo Honorable Ayarga Abaso, na mabo minority caucus na Abaso leadership omo ho sesia because to yen Gold Coast Fund Management here sanka omo ho dada no 2021 de call yanka omo ye ne saa anka semu yanka ye hu pomasibre na anamo no omo tunu kra no eye ye de nim se e de ayamhyehyɛ bi ebeto eye Kanofriata ne call force na baby omo afisika ne bia but kwamna ade ba ko ha men se we eye kronosem Menti Ghana for assess Ghana for ye so quiet. Ye feel say sad day we a Gold Coast Fund Management for problem. Say taxpayers are buying about di bone. Odi answer kwans be wia Ghana for sika. Ya man kwan ma na wie sika na wie. Because financial cleanup exercise no initial amount e ba out and kebetum di etua. And I say a can work financial sector no was 9 billion according to forensic auditor supervised by Kanofriata Nankasa.
Yeah.
It was 9 billion. Ya travel na wie scanning na area samba be catch say e ka 9 billion no anka boko tua anka betumi sustain the jobs over 10,000 jobs of sa banking sector anka betumi sustain anka ebetumi so anka sa 9 billion ye di shemu no anka ye betumi regain the back because ye betumi appointed these institutions, financial institutions, into a new administration supervised by the government administration or appointing to no naka we time omu ye adwuma ya recover sa 9 billion no manya ne sa megu adwuma no mi gu ni wie no adwuma na mi gu no adwuma kwa hodo no ma set am fire me account for ye masanso misi ma spend a 29 billion 25 billion but they cleaning up nkofo nsan ka musika no was start kwa jina parliament house o nsan man 4 billion now where the me jina haka me say adie we say minority former can no approve we see them as accomplice with these financial malfeasance a kerofriata ye no I will know say
because old one they should account for it.
Yes, because there is a bribe and because I see our minority MPs say they are not that stupid. That's how I see them. Unless they have their fair share. Because why say my terms got 8.6 billion amount say Jacob Bobie Ansah. Bobie Aba catch him some in Sankam the Maunabo Nekoye. Now my science what temps ka from on abo se fakona bo biese scanam din kan de soma wono na nsanka nji komano
inye jesu kan say
jimie say
say jo was inye jesu kan amako say emie say 7
jimie say and it no minimum there madwiri mu nyina no me suspect say members of parliament o man dealing with this issue na so say approve sika fufuro bia say on family to a car it means that they took their fair share. But me yindi yes munya me friend ona bu nya wo dia na e we no
adama
I mean I wasn't
oni agrosa
oni agrosa de obi ehunu asem ne ka ho na bi se kwabra yes infantofo se bi ba ko pe de ko di mfan and from na infantofo what we can say won ka ho but me can say minority caucus because they say majority caucus there saade we omuntu hu anamon because some case yentu MP kura na from kwehye dem yentu finance minister say from kwehye dem ba omobo mesa ka say mamu yentu no na mo minority for as well
okay
okay brem honorable
this is the first budget after sikana I'm saying no abishia ma wabo say sika wo supen. This is the first budget. All this am fund management asem na bishim say he need this money
after the approval. No?
Yes, after the approval say
2021. No?
So almost ya tuya. Some almost can they say or report to say we tuya 25 billion.
Yes.
Now the first year make ho ne say or say we tuya no. Na wasande say we mu no be rest assured say we will look into it, but it's very good say when raise the issue at this stage. At this very stage, I think the FA budget no. You see honor admissibility of questions, petitions, bibiano, in the bosom of the speaker.
Yes.
Say speaker admit petitioner. Obia no bet me stop petition. Yeah. And yet, send your doing say majority for na insist say omo map yenye petition. And yes, I net here.
But we have the reason. The any problem.
The reason they say petitioner na mo dia fa no so no. He must read the introduction of the petition. Our floor of parliament. And you can see admit petition. You know. Also kind the introduction of the petition there. No introduce petition, no chirimu. But enrana oba chamber be resist our issue no. No speaker no edi kan boss say ye be rise.
Okay.
We were adjourning.
Okay.
And the majority no ran behind the initial statement. Speaker no make it say yeah adjourning no can say. Say speaker say adjourning there. I think that they are getting to be aware of the petition.
Okay.
As majority leadership, they are not aware. It is not to accept or not. After the acceptability is the speaker. And to be rest assured, said, I know said the petition will be read in the chamber. And then, ye chefa no, minya, ye bre papa. I can speak for all the members. I mean, the back benches, the middle benches, and then the minority. I can't speak for everybody in parliament. But when it comes to brepa as members of parliament, intimity so be say, as you be the bag be grab and I'm home maybe. Yeah, they young who know. As an individual man who will be other.
Mo hu bag no. Mo hu de kura no. Mo hu de wom.
In fact, even what is due us. Chamanie. Even what is due us. Even project that they have to give, say, this is the common fund.
Fakko constituency.
This is the common fund for common fund is paid based on revenue.
Yeah.
It is strange to me that in 2 quarters we will get the same revenue. It is strange to me in 2 different quarters, but they pay you a common fund say 74,000. Say 1 quarter 74,000, and 2 quarter. It's not money for me. Oh, it's the money that is going to the MP's account in the district assembly, and even what is due us legally, we are being denied. How do you expect say they will bring anything that is illegal to us?
For
some of us, we believe say when we share, it is more important to share than to be shared to. Until when we take power, when John Mahama take power, it is better than to be given crumbles.
Yes, it's true.
It's not all that glitter that is good. Be rest assured. I know we will look through.
What had the episode of the Thai Honorable Ayargechi?
Of course, all the affair, baby. He has the legal background, he has the economic background, and I think things will work. When it comes to the because petitions, it's petition to the house.
Yeah.
So it will eventually come to decision making.
Oh, now people for
it doesn't matter when it comes to people.
All right, so that's it. Mekwaba, ne baba bedi Dr. Bawumia John Mahama 24-hour economy hon komo. John Dr. Bawumia. John Dr. Bawumia. Me ba cho CMG skacha de amanfo etwa na omo adi soso. We say wotie me na wote me nka ma menka wango energy drink once mention. Wango I ka wango energy drink. Uhia hoden, uhia pomden. So ho. Uhia energy. Eya wode ebeye adwuma during the day. Also to be osori anas wa bre. Uhia adwuma kakra bia wa bre. So sometimes you see say you are battling a brebi e wo ni paduanum je wango energy drink ai nanum bi wasi aboa e ma tumi gira ho so drivers artisans amafo mo ye athletics mo ye adwumaden ahodo biara wono wango no agira wonan so no aye adwuma pa ai pacho say wango be see for man mature there you me pacho osmin ka cho man for say ekura vitamin B3 B5 B6 B12 wa packing ile papa na FDA so agiatum afei yankai eye adwumakuo kase a ye from Tabia Herbal Center omde Tabia Misha Herbal Misha aba na entidi yade ha omanfo pa awontutuo so ha omanfo na se ufa Tabia Herbal Misha no kum yare esuro no wanumu atoa na atiwen afei wose Tabia Herbal capsules no ye pa Obapin for Fansanka, Unifishen or Chuswan Fansanka. Or so my move from us any herbal shops or can't you be nyabi from 0243 686861. Won't sabit to me, Aka, one more. Now, quick credit, say, men can't Ghana for so Omuguso, Bossi and Wamoma. Na Bossi Amode Airmano, Wamode Air Master Bayo Nipa, Ubet me and Yajuma, now so why ye be. Almost see and shay. Say a be a startup loan. Emergency loan, salary loan, working capital loan, existing business loan, ni nyina obemobi. Ai, quick credit no. Once or how much image now so. Nyaka say, I much no mbeju musika. Debi. NNC wunu so yaka krabi from 059 6920 833. Oposi ni edro in boost heba mesha. And one semini oposi ni edro in boost heba mesha. Ai, was it boost to immune system no. na ba ho ban free yarewa ahodo basa ho na ubusu immune system no na yarewa akoye ntenkaso entimi uda ebepem no awai no da form chirikra ai imbu saba mesha police ni aduro no papa dankes People's Junction na nabuache eba okanshi tema Ekus Pharmacy with Dama Pharmacy assignment Kings Walk heba okanshi Tinated heba ubenyebi na odi efriho afei St Andrews for so wamwa bio school SHS1 omo je nkoda wawie anaso obabi awie eye JHS okọ SHS1 opese osua nwoma se bia General Arts, Business, Home Economics, Agric Science, General Science, ne Visual Arts. Ni nyina St Andrews JHS, SHS, wamo J enkoda, wamo wie JHS, wamo ba. Na afi so form 2 ni form 3 cramp no. Quite dem. Ha, open so you ba every baby din ba. Quite dem. Also from 0546 048 332. Me bosso 0546 048 332 live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Me akwaba me ba yebedim komo Dr. John Bawumia anasa John Dr. Bawumia akwa no abre
Ganafo mediasem dabremo sisi ade wo sidan a any coin so over kra essence Alu Africa, we got you covered. Alu Africa aye dwumako kese a eba ne nkyɛnse papa edi kru danso any trusses a Ghana ha any wiase afa na nyina yen ye lidie yen ane topo Alu Africa ewa abakwasam adimu eba no roofing sheet any trusses say ye papa nko ade a eye honom ena obenya pa ye quality sanso ya affordable bedroom frishie aduonu nie edan ya buru 2 million ena Alu Africa ekru so. What a news! Yen chance ye di crew dance no. Ni amani dimu ne se emu odu. Ne bani diswo ni diswo. Fiti 0.35 mm. Eko si 0.5 mm. 0.35. Eko si 0.5. Alu Africa Trusses so. Emu odu. Na a range fi 0.55. Eko si 1.15. Enti enya fe na wudi dua kokru wudanso a every nache. Amfotie berie. Alu Africa Trusses no amfotie ntimere enre nache eye good for all weather conditions ne buaso da for ankasa so beto dua pa de enkato Alu Africa Trusses na bokwaye bretu no ho ban Alu Africa products ni nyina so ye ma 40 years warranty emfrishie duanai warranty hwehwe Alu Africa e was Spinters kwan no so ye ne MTN office no ana di nhwani mu ana say frɛ 0574 286292 se wudu takra de so a ye branch ni bi wo ho frɛ ye 0545 446852 na edumeku bia wo pese wo beto Alu Africa kwal ni bi no wobetimi walk in to your branch bia ye beton dia ma wo mo na wode akodi dwumadie bia Alu Africa building made a sighten
usika se menko yi ana quick credit siasia se sika pe ennafom intina ya basa ye becheche wo yam bosia bon hyehyɛ ye ho wutumi babosia edifi aso ye fi 1500 Ghana cedis edeko na ne wo hia ne wo national ID card wo hia se wo betu susu wo hia awowa ye ngiseke bia nto ho wo nsanso hia se wo ne ye bebue futuo bia quick credit wo homao say ye dwa na wo pese wudi ana wo pese wo hye ejuma foforo ase ana say ye school fees ana bo eyeye wo sumi ejuma ye fo nso ye wo bi mamo na mom kai say ye mobosua wo internet so afenso on mantika krobia batan Bank of Ghana nsa wo dwumedie yi mu enti tutumri kana frɛ yen wo 0302 200 390 ana 0596 920 833 quick credit London made simple. I said, Jumedie yin hyehyɛ kakra wo ho.
Na asmafo nyuma nse. Mafia. Hey, Nade, what be namely baby so now get a hand said I see anything. Ah, now why you be no awokan, Coco for. Ah, Coco for me. Yentema Coco for the watch as a bicycle was near my 1 minute. Was it in a yellow? Share a banana cacranian and Michelle near Buana or Teso. So when Sissy Yamoya and a boom podi and no say Coco Suhano come into to me yet may be an saying. And I make her say Uncle Mammy or Double Hair Bar Center. And it's a boom up tonwa or nine namny baby no. Hey, Mammy or Double Hair Bar Center dear. Oh yeah, do hey, may say your Coco Sissy dear, low sperm count. Or bar Nasa Bema one were featured Chromo how near day. Just one code. Diabetes name Pamumre and Coco Nanami Nimse Otiso. Nanami Nimse Sissy dear and if it's your house utumisa. Etiniji from Poaji Mammy or Double Hair Bar Center too. Kanashi Mammy Abna or Double Hair Bar Center, Ebe Pro Credit Bank no, a Diana Salon Ewomuno. And Ashama and so our TMA office Pomua official town road. Fre 0244 284 728 and now 055 and now 0509 043 539. Mammy or Double Hair Bar Center na. I just want call.
Hey, say the Mako who Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me who credit me. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eya word best. Obian transe Emma Dumpem ya de. Ka say anase boya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Asanya want to say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enkan ewana num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romanti ene wasa so le gina na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir. Ashushe di pediani mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewa Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe. CMGC Kachadio. Yeah. Here say, Ubebo star 413 house. Ewa MTN peso. Amunumu hanumwa. Na wansaka watadie. Aye CMGC Kachadio promotion. Yeah, afi yesu yebedidio. So peso wenya CMGC Kachadio bia. And your quite way na befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. Ewa MTN so. Step 2, choose Accra FM. Now what dear, the prompt nechi. Esua wusuwa sikamu yina. Ebe kone ye yamau. Sika Chadia promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you dear what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shanuswo, Dudu Bia won't taxi. And you cost star 413 hasado. And never more Gwenya say, Uvedinkunim. Our CMG Sikachadia promotion so. And your cashback from Class Media Group. Kaihuna say, Sa Jumedia Way. And she shared the home. The National Lottery Authority. Our Caritas Lottery Platform. And a boy chidom. Unyam Fisher don't watch Equa. One Kajumedia home. CMG Sikachadio! Yeah!
Get ready to immerse yourself in a tale of bravery and resilience. Journey into the heart of the Kwaman Kingdom, where Nana Akoto, a young prince, is captured and sent to the formidable Dintra Empire as a slave. Nana Akoto faces a fate that threatens to erase his identity, but his spirit remains unbroken. In a quest to rediscover his true self, Nana Akoto must navigate a path full of trials. Will the power of Dintra keep him as a slave, or can he fight to reclaim his heritage and restore honor to the Kwaman Kingdom? Don't miss Nana Akoto, showing Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. exclusively on Aquaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected to DSTV and GoTV.
Tabia takum, wedi a member ye don't know, a mere yahuade, and yahuadi ye, a ye memedro, a new tina burn may be a hebino, and to 4 and yet of 4, and you'll be a pedigree tratombia, and chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, and they have bar shops beer. I will gonna hanum beer, and not say fraying, I was 0243 686861, and 0245 749206. Sankatwe, FDA for Jatu, Kaise, Tabia Takum, Bembe Bia Takum. Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
Basam sunyi wama batan bra kwa
na wana no rejijiu ye
enya hwana wo hwe school sam dua wo safi ahwana wo fi JHS roko SHS1 wo betne fia chir papa
oh iyantra ti asem dawi St Andrews SHS for say sabo from the results mbempa akwenya ohode wo befa wo be wo start SHS1 da waiting result na yanyi that index number baba e chi results no ba na za ba kire ho na wo be yintina fie.
Aha, private school
eh? St Andrews SHS. Are you grade A private school? And you be able to school. And you go school or what? Akwenya so home from a. Open over SHS2. Only SHS3. Na safi no be SHS1. None results in be impa. Robert Messi. One boarding house or what? Oh yeah, corner there. Teachers no so force mo from him was yardinti. What pass was no easy. A pede will be a general arts, business, economics, agri, general science, visual art. For be St Andrews eh Henman campus no asking for su Wakra Hadzi you will test it triple last call 0244696911 St Andrews SHS we are always in the lead.
Hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and young offense were back.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and your ready pediatric somewhere who by no, and Nasa wonum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system nabribia. Ya Timu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Jordan Hua dance yes, and Yarwa who ran Nipa and Yina etimi banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya within D and a whole car. No, Yamwa suing no, a way who buy every home. And now pa one Yarwana dada, no monum doctor and Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya womuntim pose, Yaria Esomo. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kaisi, and you may move Bia Yato in row, at to 0246 208496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Crack to Imagia to Musay.
CMGC Cartadio! Near here, say, Ubeba star 413 house, our MTN peso. I'm one more. No one's that come what's a dear. I CMGC Cartadio promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you better do. So, person when you CMGC Cartadio beer, and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash, our MTN so. Step 2, choose a FM. Now, what dear, the prompt in a chi. And so I will show us the coming in now. Ever corner ye yamau. Sikatadia promotion, a cash in and win big promotion. When you dear what's our year, win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, do be our taxi, and your cost star 413 hasado, and never more when you say, Dinkunim, our CNG Sikatadia promotion or so. A year cash bag from Class Media Group. I want to say, Sa Jumedia Way, and she shared the home, the National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform, and when you fish don't watch it air qua, one card you made you home. CMGC Cartadio! Yeah!
Wabatele Accra FM. Yeah, mommy.
All right, okay, so that's a live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. We are back here. And I see Nkoma Benya FM in Elmina. And I feel so various stations are more picking live. Yeah, Damunina say. Na quick one, young Konkotie a year. Dr. Baumia, the response to John Mahama 24-hour economy proposal our day Abba. Yangonkotie a year Dr. Baumia, then Yebeti a year Ura John Mahama. Or the same matter. Any other issues we are Baumia Aquaco Rezi Ewana Proba. Obo make our still in the studio. We have Honorable Adama Sulemana, MP for Time Constituency, Chairman Bernard Muna, former PNC Chairman, convener for Arise Ghana, and a chief. Ose. Yeah. Hey, who be in every Arise Ghana? Masa, oh, short here. We were. David. And,
so, what is this 24-hour economy that you want to bring? It is purely an issue for any business. If you feel you will make money opening 24 hours, there is no law preventing you from opening. But this is one idea that John Mahama thinks he has brought. It is a bad idea. It is an idea that has not been thought through. It is a bad idea. And so I want you to compare me and John Mahama. Who has the ideas to transform this economy? Who has the ideas? Who has the ideas? Yes, the track record of John Mahama doesn't show innovative thinking. It doesn't show ideas. The track record of Dr. Bawumia is idea after idea after idea after idea after idea. That is the difference. So what is this 24-hour economy that you want to bring? It is purely an issue for any business. If you feel you will make money opening 24 hours, there is no law preventing you from opening. But this is one idea that John Mahama thinks he has brought. It is a bad idea. It is an idea that has not been thought through. It is a bad idea. And so I want you to compare me and John Mahama. Who has the ideas to transform?
No, but we see me monitor. So this is Dr. Bawumia for you. But what triggered this response from the sitting vice president and now the flag bearer for MPP? What triggered it? Young Koti John Mahama, the policy on the 24-hour. Young Koti no. All right. So paparazzi Yao says Bawumia will get heart attack. Just look at the way he's screaming from his heart. Anyway, munya nyiye. Anyway. All right. So young penfona your time no call. We cannot spend much time. Honorable, straight. Yam now. So Bawumia's response to a GM.
Okay, needing kind of said question tester no test your last no.
Yeah.
Some more kind no. And I'm person me can be. And then I also.
Peja o microphone kakra.
And then I also Dr. Bawumia nchen. Because the way I say ani brene akoma ho de kasa no. It doesn't look this one a presidential voice ni and a presidential posture ni. The way I kasa an idea. So I'm a president kasa. I mean, I'm surprised. I say, when you be on no contokwa, Yenyan Nuruho,
or Bredo,
Yenyan Nuruho, I don't know, brand who did Mikasa, who's on or did the firm baby. I don't know, brand was that. Miria, or see, John Mama need innovative idea now, Dr. Bawumia idea,
as one can be,
and only dear hay. Idea no, and only dear hay. And only dear hay. Miria, Dr. Bawumia only 24-hour economy no. Or say choba. And it's a wa juma. O pese o be na o ye no 24 hours ah. O pese 24 hours betima it doesn't need any policy. Hey. It doesn't need any policy. There in here policy papa. Where? It will implications for all the sectors are implication for security, implication for job creation, implication for productivity. Enti aban hwan na obeka say wo ade a ebe increase productivity o ade a ebe increase security ebe ma security no ebe a personal ebe hia na akosoro ade nti aban ba parliament ye pass mrama no wi a oba parliament se mba beje another legislation me beje legislative instrument regulation ede afa samra no enti Dr. Bawumia doesn't know but me ka ba ko pe e na che Dr. Bawumia ne MPC no ene na aban no they have deserted him So
meaning what?
Onimua debate na ekoso parliament no. Ontie bi. MP bia sorry a. Omo se budget no enye Bawumia budget, eye Kufuado budget. Ena wie ya opa akọ parliament no side.
Cheche mu ye, e dey na pese oka.
Ne mpese meka ne se. Ye nim se na Kufuado ebeje akonwa no. Oso ono de onim economy no ho amamuo. Onim economy asem. Nenti wako Bank of Ghana. Wako Bank of Ghana. Akofa abrantie bia. Onim amamuo pa, onim economy. Ede no be vice president. Na oba exchange rate ebe ye fe.
Yeah.
Ye kaya buru bebre no ebetwa. Oba ebe move economy no from taxation to production. Adwuma be bu omanum. In fact, ye de omo to aso ebe duru ba bi no kra no, ye be kwa akofa nkrofo afiri ba bi no mo be ye adwuma oman we. Sa no ka kire yen. Endi enim se na Kufuado de onim economy no hwe o. Onim ne afre inflation because ono nya third class or economics. Onim ne afre no anything. Na ne be kosu bia no Dr. Bawumia. In fact, from 2017, I was starting say, we put the benefit of the NDC, your mama year in 2015, 2016. Almost started say, out to the hono. Or say, one can say, President Kufuado, or say, solid economic management team. Dr. Bafuakoto, Afriya Koto, Obo Bobie and on the head of the management team, enti at the partner course 2017, 2018 in Iowa. And that year at the Bonia air cosono, almost say, and you Dr. Bawumia, na ya man of quine. In fact, me person me go to you attach ya. And then on the floor of parliament. During the debate, you know. Or say budget, you know, it is presented on behalf of His Excellency Nana Kufuado, not presented on behalf of Dr. Bawumia. And Tiema Dr. Bawumia quine, no oba the future or your future. Enti never get when you won't be I the money be and almost Bawumia. Enti they don't even trust him because people way saying kaya the almost about 3 days in it. Almost yet Bawumia na de buy and Bawumia. They don't even trust him. Enti ni onama or to a yampia Mahama no to na yampiano. At least Mahama say oba obnoxious licensing examination no obetwam. Waka kire obono for say oba obema omo cashew factory. Onye 3 crop development authority obema bono obema Ghana for cashew development board na ebeye cashew se na yeye cocoa no na oba nso a obema yen 24-hour economy in 3 regions okoye no amayen at least 4 clear policies straight Dr. Bawumia ni policy wa hin enti idea no e wo hin idea in the policy no
idea
and the policy no one district one factory na omo di sika ni nyina ye waivers no mo twen 600 million every IMF ho bra parliament behwe sika e da ho some yema waivers no 484 million dollars waivers omo pe e de ama omo nkrofo no meanwhile so twen 600 million free IMF ho. This is pure incompetence. Omunim ni omoye. Omu disika no. Enti ya Dr. Bawumia say, on kan de ema yentie. Ni ono ba obetima ya ma o ma we no. On kam yentie.
Bob in according to so far what can be. I've heard him talking about.
You know what can? Ogma we nkoa na obi abedi vice president head of the economic management team for 7 years wabubu o man na o say aka kire wo say ma me kwana me ye president na me meye bibi ma na ne owo no ada na 7 years no wanye oni hwe ka de no be kan kire yen de pan Dr. be no be kan kire yen oni hwe ka o se digital no de no oni fa digital ho is ya fa digital infrastructure na nsi ho a in fact o mpenda da John Dramani Mahama edit the largest number of fiber optics and a kind fiber optics infrastructure ho on see Accra Digital Center. Where would the digital issues be senka John Mahama ni ho a in fact who brought liberalization of the communication sector as far back as 1995 1998 and now you're deputy communication minister and some be minister for communication on the liberalizing airwaves and them not here yetimi efa phone ekasa no one can say on the digital issues by ya. Wow, what you want? Sabi say employers an. O si ofori atabu afa wo so. Ne obeka bi aye mfa no. Wan na mfa wo meye ayi. Etibinua ni onya an idea ye mfa di president nye voice we ni di president enye voice I say bibi share minimum ni di president.
Yeah, the voice
we want presidential voice because he is going to you and to go and represent us. On timi nkogina nkokasa to say
you ko idea
the minister will be president. And let's sound this caution to Dr. Bawumia. In 2016 and in 2020, Odidi President John Dramani Mahama attempt with nobody saying anything to him. Afidie so free asia ye de behia no. John Mahama nam no okasa policy no nko asem na oka. Opa onka ni policy. Na mo okasa onka policy. Na obetwetwe
obejimijimi no
ho. Obeye ni opese oye na. Say Malam John. And now see a John. Won't so say John Mahama concremufo program asentino opese otuba onka no ntuba. Until friend Malam John. I've never seen that before anywhere. Say a vice president meeting a former president in a public event. Now who are the advisors of Dr. Bawumia as far as public manners are concerned? What the advisor no? On him say he has an ethic to provide to protect say also in public manners and ideas and who told him that Sana president behave?
What triggered this response from Dr. Bawumia? So then,
during COVID, we recommended that at times where workers lose their jobs and are unemployed, it should be possible for there to be a scheme where part of their social security savings is paid to them as allowances until they can find another job. And we suggested it, but it fell on deaf ears. Don't sing again, I beg you. We intend to implement a 24-hour economy. And by this, we will provide incentives in terms of reduction in corporate taxes and other exemptions to businesses that will sign up to the 24-hour economy initiative. And if we remember, in the past, but then we must also look at the security side and make sure that we provide them with security. Because if you remember, in the past, filling stations used to work 24 hours. Unfortunately, armed robbers started attacking them, and because of that, they all closed at about 10 o'clock. And so if we're able to provide them with adequate security, businesses and services like that, there's no reason why they can't operate 24 hours. And we'll give them the tax incentives to be able to do so. We'll identify and promote strategic growth areas. During COVID, we recommended that at times where workers lose their jobs and are unemployed, it should be possible for there to be a scheme where part of their social security savings is paid to them as allowances until they can find another job. And we suggested it, but it fell on deaf ears.
This is JM for you. Reactions from Dr. Bawumia.
Bobie, Mekai Sena President Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Oba beka say Oba beye one village, one dam.
Yeah.
And a policy that Kwame Nkrumah even brought. And sana yede be share your constitution mo, and mo amu constitution mo betimi akan article 25 ABC. Na mako article 38 under the directive principles of state policy. Mo kosha education from basic level must be made free. Sana kan secondary education must be made affordable, and a tertiary education must be made progressively free. Sana ekaye. Now, Article 38 of the Constitution now. A case 2 years after the coming into force of the Constitution, Parliament must cause the executive to bring a comprehensive program for the realization of that. How many years in here? So when I'm taking on Parliament, I have a reason. Has Parliament caused the executive to bring a comprehensive program for the realization of the free education and the progressive freeness of education at the tertiary level? Parliament nankasa anye nejuma. So as we speak, 2 years after the coming into force of the 1992 Constitution came into force on 7th January 1993. Into 2 years would have been 7th January 1995. Up to date, no comprehensive policy on education has been tabled by the executive to Parliament for Parliament to see to the realization of that enjoyment. You can read the articles, Bobie. So evidently, now say President Akufo-Addo ate me because he's going to bring free education. Now it is all of a sudden an idea that started with Kwame Nkrumah. Bobie say most of the secondary schools in the north are now 50, 60 years old. It tells you the time of their arrival. Because Ghana achieved independence without secondary schools up north. The oldest secondary school was in Tamale. Inti nipa to say Alhaji Mama Idrisu Munu, they walked from Upper West Wa to attend secondary school in Tamale. So secondary education under colonial administration was a no. Kwame Nkrumah expanded education and made it free. So it couldn't have been an idea of Akufo-Addo. But yet then Akufo-Addo has appropriated and arrogated himself that secondary education and its freeness, no they buy. And to say, oh, be sorry, I know see free SHS, Akufo-Addo no they buy. But let's grant him that. Free SHS na yekano. Meme bawo SHS. Do you know what we pay for your child to go to school? PTA, Mosi Mayentuya, Okodu School, Nanyama Nkoye, we are forced to pay money. But Oba say 1 village, 1 dam. Your mama Beka say it's not possible to 1 village, 1 dam. The response of Akufo-Addo at the time is that, Una won't mean your yes, ye babe yo. Ena untimi you are my kwan niambe yo. That was the response of Akufo-Addo. That I say I'm coming to do it. You are in power. You are supposed to be doing it. You are not doing it. Baumia, your mama says that he's coming to bring a 24-hour economy. O say your mama untimi ye. Now, Oka say a bad idea no. Echi. Or see the 24-hour economy is already in place. How can something that is in place under your watch be bad? You are admitting that the thing is operational. Until omo ton fufuo, omo ton was circle. Omo nyina ye 24-hour economy.
So funny.
Oti ho obetimi asend you mobile money at any time. It is a 24-hour economy. So that idea is already operational. And if it's bad, why are you not scrapping it? So you see, you cannot reconcile what my brother Baumia is saying with what my other brother John Mama has said. In fact, you cannot reconcile Baumia and Ankasani's statement. You understand? You cannot. Because who probably reconciling the statement now, then there is contradiction. Because the thing is bad, and at the same time you are implementing it, so it's not a new idea. Minya, your mama enye nene okoka 24-hour economy. No. It is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Oshia the Trades Union Congress.
Yeah.
What do you say? And Oka say as part of the policies, not the 8 different policies at the TUC. And Oka say one of them is the 24-hour economy. A bit to me. Not 24-hour economy. Massa. The TUC clapped.
They were happy.
Onim said, in most instances, we lose about 12 or 14 hours. Onim sir. But 24 hours, it means that Oshasia 6 anopa by 4 to 5. No way. Some other person will take off. In the middle of the night, no way. Then another person will take. So 3 people will be employed. 8 hours routine. And because it is that way, you will see that everybody come with new energy. Oko DVLA. And when you are using state public transport, I don't know more than one drivers. Once a private transport, more than one driver.
No.
But the state transport have more than one drivers. In Tikano, Eko Wano, Nabako Eda. Omukodru Kumasi, Anata Chimai. Now there is a swap. Nabako no so akope baby ada no me. So that there will not be fatigue. That is to tell you that, look, time immemorial, people have started realizing that 24-hour economy. Go to the passport. Only passport secretariat.
I better say the ocean movie no.
Madame Fo. Oyebono is regional chairman of the PNC. Bau George Inusa. See, in 2014, he applied for passport, and in 3 weeks he got his passport. In 2023, June mu and apply for passport. As we speak, we are in November, they cannot get the passport. And there are many stories of Nipa Omaye online application. Omunya omu passports. They have not even gotten an appointment date. My passport, so you apply. These days, biometrics cramponu ubetimi afan wo phone so. But you still have to go to the passport office for them to do facial and sana for biometrics. You have not decentralized the passport office. Into Uko passport office. Now, on the day that somebody has an appointment, do you know that people go there at 3 a.m. sometimes 2 a.m.
Just to queue.
No, Marcos sunlight. Because you shall see 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, yapong. But if in car at the passport office, 5 o'clock now nipa be airport no, now another batch has come, and they take over, and they also have to work because the system is inputted now. On my year capture now. Do you know how many people get their passports probably in less than a week? Do you know what that means? Do you see? Not just the revenue. Because okay, revenue no asema. Do you know the cost saving it will do? Do you know the cost saving? Because nipa dudua etimi sorry. Omo jai omo ma nkora. Omo ejuma. Then they come. Look, we have officers in the security agencies who will leave their security jobs and come and be at the passport office from morning to morning, seeking their passport. If it's 24 hours, they will get it. This badge goes. But not just that. Una woti dex you so. It is not your dex forever. Until Ukono, you know that you don't have to do some things wrong because the next person that is coming will expose you. But Bobie, mena una uye host. Into 24 hours you are the host. Oh sorry ko just say achina. But unim say oh sorry kono obi babetna or so you know that you cannot engage in some dubious things. Because ukoji obisika as a guru man. That's a nipa no bana uniwa. They will suppose say anyamo na moji misika no. So it will even go a longer way because you understand, people are changed. And once people are changed, that is what is going to improve. That, look, some of these things that we talk about, a bit me a reducing. And so the TUC, they are not stupid and dumb. eno mujiye eno muka say we eye adipa a wo de eba. So if I hear my brother, the vice president, who is on, by the way, is on a thank you tour, not on a campaign tour. Kodamu ase, na bet nase, na dream, na fa wunipa, na oni omont nase, na mon dream, because already no, waka say, ni akufado eye no, and so ni. So you are going to come with your own vision, and you are your own man. Naturally, say what Akufo-Addo has done, you yourself, you don't have faith and trust in the policy options of President Akufo-Addo. So if you don't have trust in the policies of President Akufo-Addo, how are you claiming credit for the same policies? And ya Akufo-Addo, and all the one village, one dam buyer. But you are not the one. And you know the agenda one buyer. So say Siano, the things that you say that they are not your vision, you have your own vision, you are even taking credit for it. How can the vice president say that he brought about a national identification authority and a card? These things.
Politics.
You understand? Kufuor Shasiye, Atamils came and continued. John Mama continued. You came. So when you came, the infrastructure and everything was put in place. You only continued. So I'm pleading. Unse I have to plead. Because unse ba omi yeminu apenyi.
Oh, okay.
John Mama yeminu apenyi. I cannot speak. But I'm pleading. Say, oh, minu penyi ba omi. The tone that you are using, the mannerism, talking and saying that your elder brother doesn't have sense, is unnodding. Your elder brother near Okaino doesn't make sense. It's unnodding. The way we have to respect you as our elder brother, you must respect your elder brother.
Well, Miano Ankasano, sorry. I think say he's not coming from a proper home.
Do you understand? You must respect your elder brother to elicit the other younger nodness to respect you.
I think the upbringing is very poor. He is just a foolish guy. Because I'm sorry.
I'm here. I cannot
anyway, I'm sorry anyway.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
So evidently, if we have to respect you as our elder brother, you must show reciprocity. Oh, politics is not a gun or a bow and arrow thing. But they pitch, and I fear when I listen to the voice. Well, look, my brother can get a shock because you can see he is hysteric, he is overcharged. Cool, my brother. Calm down.
Live at 100.5 Citizen Show. Mame, Enya Iwe. Hello.
Hello.
Kai, what for the form?
My funny form. Allah.
Will you? 500.
My try.
A boom.
A boom. My tassa bre.
Oh. And then the Yamia be quiet.
And then the be quiet, mammy.
Yeah, that's it. Congrats. Koswana a follow CMG sketch there.
If I show you.
All right. I mean, come on for say I can't grab me a closing machine. No, I start 413 hash. Chaze.
Commander.
Kunumam.
Commander, me das pa. Me mumunga me te ha ko fichu mesidi e. Ba omi ayo bi ami akasa no me feeling no. Both the personality and the ideologies.
On your guy,
ma, because it does not pleases me in any way because me who know so why to me the idea papa be about on board also wrong or play me who is or bet me play the side attraction role better than the leading role. Say aka ojina park no fa baby na ko to tubo park no so. But
you have say enkebia concept peninu yi no jeje ho
sa se de ojeje ho ma na Akufo-Addo omu yusu no ma ojeje ho no No, someone him say, on one hammer, woman him say, what did the bottle again? Want to me, what did the ball 5 want to me defend it? What did the boss 6 want to me and play midfield? So what I say, him that, okay? I can't for your baby, I say 7 previous, say a jow will be doing and yet they said then, or Bacasiansem. Yanni a snake crashes that camera, say you're quite former. And open do of fear, no bump a show of whom. It's a jump, you're too jack. Now, what allow yes, smart needy to show them say, a beduma. No pay Jimmy phobia or Yamango, so Suminami controlate, Suminami and Yamanima. Or him said that he do, or Babane do. As he says, yeah, Kwabena show, same yard, what do they? Son MP before, the Baumia. Son the Kufado. On it. 7 previous and chim mafias on the Baumia. And yes, MPP for pet a yekan Japan as a legend Matthew. A jano a dumari.
Yeah, probably a sentence.
Yeah, pet 7 previous of Bacasia. Near fashionism. And he's so happy when Ginger edge the platform was so 7 previous say a Gina wo. Casa, or just 7 previous a chima or chim. And in the bad mannerism, and in the bad gestures, all die in the dia. He's not a presidential material. Ghana for Moshe. Agroni again rule. That's it. You better do what it doesn't be yellow. Yamra, the name of all kinds of camera. And yeah, just by the way,
yeah, monitor.
Or say the idea of 24-hour economy no a bad idea. Because it is a bad idea. Now, also can say it is already in existence. Also, if you are a business operator and you feel say operating 24 hours and be putting money in your pocket, there is no law to stop you. You can do it. Then why are the business not operating 24 hours?
Then why is it a bad idea?
Why are the business not operating 24 hours since there's no law to stop them? Because there is no enabling environment created for such businesses to thrive within the night. Because we are within the night in 24 hours, day and night. There are certain things you have to put in places. For instance, and so making sure say what put it in place say one can you bet me for the 24 hours for the businesses to operate. Apart from say can you international and say we have good lighting community. Sir, young fans are me call shifts and match 4 o'clock. Now say baby I me tell me sorry about kwanwa ba faka. Any kwan say esumbia o mantem wo bonifo beba beti tamye dim boni wo then esum ne mu. So there should be proper measures put in place. And I do not sorry no say me call shift say 2 o'clock and I do not sorry. There should be good transport mechanism. What I'm say mega cars I'm ready then at the aquarium. Apart from that, I see making sure say yen can ya international yeah and I do say production yeah and you may be a producer no you the issue and a producer and you may be a see making sure say you bet to me a producer the more quantities of gallons of water than said the producers is here no because your fans says you may you call 8 hours. You call anopa 8 and you appoint you 4 and answer 5 8 hours. So we have 24 hours. I just say be running 8 hours in 3 routines. Into no idea be about produce be a times 3. And it's an can you hold in we here times 3. And so make provision for that. Say insure now we here times 3. And so make a provision for that. Say security now we here security personnel no in 3 times. Say the beya and bambo a man for anybody was sumase. So Sanya me na kabom a creating good environment, enabling environment, and sana 24-hour business economy that me day I thrive it near your son infrastructure. And it is about me and say there is no law to prevent anybody to do business 24 hours and to make me a sorry ya. Then Mesa say me feeling no. So, I just said, I don't know,
what Bobia is telling Ghanaians, any business community, say you are on your own.
adwuma enye adwuma
o dey also be trust am ade achia contractors. I don't have anything to help you. Just create an enabling environment. You are good to go.
Banks bet me adwuma 24 hours.
He mentioned them.
Banks bet me adwuma 24 hours. Say banks bet adwuma 24 hours. Security measures be na dey go kwema banks net adwuma 24 hours.
Anyway, my time is up. Charles, I mean, thank you so much. Like that, and Kabini Chavena, who hit him, but our time is up. Yeah, brother, I'm so sorry. Top Choco, yeah, don't Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, yeah, don't say. And I see comma a year Seahorse 50/50 engine coolant. Yeah, don't say, and then you may. And I say comma a Honorable Sulemana, Tyne MP, Chairman Mona, and Ora Charles Nyame, Domia Moti and Camp from a year Dagbon FM Tamale, and I think so a year Benya FM Elmina, various platforms at the Munina. Your friend Bobie Ansah, Accra News at 6. Enjoy your evening.
percentage wise no do say na okro no. You see, there are some things na laws na ya good no e good but laws no e ya ba 20 years 30 years ahead laws na ye ne o na 20 years 30 years na me no mi ye wai no about you say bia na egu form no ani achi bi kura na ni nyina e fita but exercise pray ye wo problem I see solve o hwe na no mi jam pimpie so bi e kan wa aboso kan e na me say me ba aboso kan ba 32 33 years ago no na anopa o pese o ho kire o now dey also usika nyina wadi awie me especially say mako weekend na Monday no a check kura by 4:30 na mo aboso kan because na Cote d'Ivoire fo no beba Burkina fo no beba Niger fo no beba enti kakra omo ba omo to ade omo pentem o sa akọ enti wu di o manim na sa wo bia de oni bia wagege na de ama omo wo ba wie no no anya kakra na de ahye ho omo ma bio de enti na omo ma because omo nya ba bi omo kofa ne ma no eno ne bo no e wo fom ne nyina gyina taxes na e de ato so no enti na masem bia na me kan se uko Dubai sesi a me de omo ye nhweso de Dubai asase kura ni wa ye de kwakoye factories no ya na mu ne ma yakofa ba mafo fi say ye manufacture no Dubai few ones are manufactured there bibia no ye ho e ho ye transit point but they have created all the facilities there. You have hotels, you have a place, nice place to sleep, a roads with beer, no near the but the economy is times 2,000 years. So what are we saying? And you know, penalty or Coca-Cola, coffee be free, a baby never. Nestle, only a man far, and you can normally free.
That's true.
And in Nigeria. And so the company and maybe you are. They say,
I'm a production coffee.
That's what I'm saying. Because you continue from competing. Hey, yeah, but and I buy and no can I say? You say a tax after production. You tax after production. What are we producing? And so they are taxing. We are producing nothing. Totally nothing. So
I'll come back to you. Commander, is it true the Speaker of Parliament residence has been sold? Yes. Natural about to Facebook page said Daya Speaker of Parliament Timoma Tuama private investor.
How?
Yeah. Oma Tuama private investor. Everything is gone. Your friend say in fancy Pima saying Yabecho Monkaniem. Abayin timi ntua ti o ma fra wo fon so munyi gisika no mo fanko tua taxes. All right, so we have Nana Yajima here on your Facebook page watching us live from Texas and Nana bebre. But over my memory also budget food and beverages industry budget here can kai mo chefe wo me say
yo me da say wo hwe a presentation ne fareba ne your friend is saying na no in fact ya maye specifics asama ban ne kan ne say what ye soon traders your friend is saying manufacturers your kase taxes no was so ntini anhwe ne ye hu bibi ntino omo hwe na omo de your friend saying document bi akoto parliament enim igudru ho no mo nsema ewo mu no parliament ebebie ni ate na afi no kwan on be fa so metumi so mbeti so mbeti tumo ende enim ntino yaka say yenhwe parliament enim no na che say whatever parliament will announce, be it in the trading side, be it in the manufacturing side, whether they are going to reduce friends and some of the import costs, they are going to reduce some of the taxes, and as someone kwakwati, your friend is saying, somebody to Nemaswa yenim, somebody to Tumu yenim. In Jahono, we are still hanging because which budget anymore, there's nowhere that has been announced industry may say amount. Mati says so apart from giving announcements say certain manufacturing components a beba kromo e be wavy taxes no and electric cars e be wavy taxes, sanitary pads e be wavy taxes, and your friend is saying
no component there is
the components are the your friend saying sanitary pads Osme wevi VAT na was no. Na what you may produce more.
That's the raw materials on the back.
Until na say production a better form.
And I say,
let me tell you, the cost of electricity is almost about 40% of your total production. And you know, if that is so much, now say who will be VAT now? The VAT is about 19.5%. Me will be how much am I left to contend with? So deal with the issue which is more fundamental. The electricity cost.
The electricity cost.
That is making
but right now
unproductive.
But we are paying high tariffs because of the IMF. You know, it's part of the conditionalities.
But you see, Tembia Mika say you cannot sacrifice your children because you want to borrow money from the bank.
At all.
How? You have children that you have to feed. Bank in a culture say, "O manu ma okomondi omo 3 times a week, so that I can give you the money." Now we see maja to make kwakoye. Now okomodo utime mufo na. Then what sense does it make to us? We don't need that to detect.
But when you need options.
Now options now you don't have. No, look, bring down corruption. Reduce the size of government. No. Now think of one for more unnecessarily dozing out your friends saying taxpayers' money. The leakages.
Yeah.
That is going on. Bring these things down. When you do that, you will save enough money than what you are looking for, so that this country can run on its own. People will come in here and trade. I don't think there will be factories, because you per se nkrofoba no be didwa wo kroma. Na ye be factories no, na say only the 30 million people can buy. And that 30 million people, no, you have already deprived almost about 21 million people who cannot afford certain your friends, basic amenities. Into only the 11 million, that's 9 million people who are within the middle income class can still buy these things. And when they are choked out, will the manufacturing go on?
Obi send them a message, but I don't know whether it is true. Or say, in the US of A, that's America. 98% of Nestle Milo is from Kenya.
Okay.
Is it true?
That is it. Because for them, they don't produce cocoa. So they will import. But if Ghana, Nestle in Ghana is doing well, we can also export to other countries. You see, when you go to South Africa, they have almost about 21 different cocoa products.
South Africa?
In that country. Yes. Chocolate. Over chocolate. One chocolate, that one, 21. Ebia kita different flavors.
Say 21.
21. Ofa na so with the 2 tables you can tell how many of them. The same chocolate na me fa cocoa tree, but then it has been designed in a different way. Something has been added to. Different 21.
Okay, so
you can get it from $1 grand.
You need product bi abeka say product we ye no Ghana ha ni production eco high and amount for consuming in the market.
It's only the drinks and water. The drinks and water. Look, once upon a time.
Yeah.
Nido,
yeah.
Sir, if anything, 80 grams was a sachet now. How much was the price? It's just 5 years past.
No, say.
Near ton.
But you use your microphone.
Near ton, 1 cedi 80 pesos. And a kitty pano is around 50 pesos. So, and then you have to buy it for 4 cedis, 80 pesos.
Kitty pano.
There be need this one.
This one, okay.
So you have to buy it for 80 pesos. And a kitty pan 2 cities. 4 cedi 80 pesos and a 2 cities.
I see.
Nido Milo. It's also around the same price. Ayeto. Na kitwa no so 2 cities. Into be bisa won say Nemana keton 80 pesos at the same weight. Na sende. We are buying it for that price. Then there's a question mark over there. Me I always say, look, we have a president and a vice president who have lied their way through till today. And they keep on lying.
Is that what you think?
Yes. Why am I saying so?
And no, does it reflect the opinion of the industry?
Look, let me tell you. If I'm a businessman and you come as a chief executive campaigning so that you'll be employed, and you tell me say me bar in now mo producing 1 cedi no, me mama yen 150 pesos. The dollar a 3 cedi 20 pesos no, 80 pesos by then. I'll bring it down to 1 cedi. So then I ask myself, the one who is propagating for the 4 cedis and the one who is giving me an assurance of 1 cedi, no, which of them am I going to take? Obviously, I'll go for the 1 cedi. Yeah. So when you come and under your friend is saying the authority that has been given to you, na say when to me, anye na say cedi no, and I'm 12 cedis. Now the cost of nyama nkayetono 50 pesos, 80 pesos is now selling at 4 cedis, 50 pesos because of the taxes that you impose. Am I to clap for you? I'll tell you are a failure. You are a failure, total failure. The vice president, on one account, say the city has been arrested. The city has been arrested. They keep giving to the IGP. Na sende se city no key na yira into no wedwane. Now all call are from 5 cedis 70 pesos at that time. Or yes, I comment no. Now in them may turn 12 cedis.
12 cedis.
As a businessman.
12
cedis 20.
20. So what?
Oh, there we.
It has started again.
We are approaching that time of the year.
But you see, the import is not coming. So what are you telling us? If the import, we are not bringing the imports. What are you telling us about the city? So what is making it happen like that? So if you tell me, say the city, as against Weno, I've done something about it. If the fundamentals are weak, the city will expose you. And these people are still in government. They should have resigned by now.
So which means,
based on their own words, they should have resigned.
Industry no. Now you need cities, baby.
That is the point.
Now they are comfort dollar kakrabi because ESL copper raw materials eba. But I say Obama tax exemption. Our port.
And then tax exemption.
I said or say raw materials
waiving of friends saying VAT no.
Yeah.
Or yes specific. He was specific on certain commodities that you and I will not even go for. Sure.
Bobby chair so that
one was sanitary pad. Go down beyond Accra. And even within Accra, the small villages that we see, just Shashin here, go there. When people get their menses, their menstrual cycle, they don't go to school. In Kolano,
yeah,
they don't go to school. Now, so we are obia we were Adwimpadema Nkrofoya. Nanka sanitary pad neighbor duty crapo there. Okay, I say yes specific. Nkrofo just 35% and 40%. For these things, pay only 5%. For these things, medical, you select and say it's a medical. In duty need 40 says, muntia 5% and not 2%. Then the people will have your friend is saying, share your friend is saying, other problems are also the emissions are. Yaka say, oh, cars never chromono is creating a problem. In Tibia, I dream Pemono or say, oh, Monfa electric assembly, what the bar duty free. What the components in the assembly were duty free, no taxes, no offense saying VAT. But we are with tax no better. But you see, by going forward in this area, Nanka, if it's geared towards addressing an issue, all the 20, 25, 30 years cars, buses, take them out. When you are bringing the buses, bring it for free. And then run your business and pay the taxes that you pay. By this way, cost of transport itself
will come down.
A better conform. But you don't tell me to maintain my 30, 40-year-old car. And then I should bring electric car. Who buys the electric car? It's the rich people.
Of course.
And it's them who are going to buy them.
Of course.
Because you are creating way for you to bring in more cars. and sell and make more money. So that we the poor people will keep on being poor. Anytime you introduce a new tax, what it means is that somebody become more poor.
But it seems say I buy no Karimu next year or the moko. There is no way or
next year no ye anything that you do at the time of your policy implementation will give a reflection of how we're supposed to go. In the trading community, if the finance minister has announced, say, I'm going to increase VAT and I'm going to increase the cost of particular tax. Inka that no we any presentation.
Yeah.
Oko marketer when the prices are so. But he was silent on that. Silent no yeah no. He said, I'm going to recoup 11 billion from the market. Mm-hmm. How is he going to do that?
Taxes.
It means taxes will go up. So a smart way of making the announcement, but then we are going to suffer for it. Then on the next day, I hear Parliament 450 something million is being asked to be waived. Sasikano. Sasikano is half of what you are looking for. Exemptions, no, is half of the.
Companies.
Some companies genuinely would have to be given that exemptions.
Mm.
We must give them. But when we make it a blanket as a business that people must benefit from, and therefore you do anything, then there's a big problem there. The question mark is who and who are benefiting from. So I don't know. I sat here in your studio and I told you some time back, says most of the 1D1F factories na you asked me to bring you the details.
Yeah.
The details is what the finance minister himself has announced. Konakwaji's figures, I always say most of journalists in this country, they don't work for the information at hand. They should go out there. You go out there.
No,
send people out there.
But when you say that, you are not being fair to
I
us.
said most.
Yes.
I'm not saying everybody.
Yes.
But some are not doing what they have. See,
but even with them, no, look, they say Chroma assassin information, very tough.
See,
look, Joy FM,
in the budget.
Not Joy FM, just information on frontiers. That a company in Nigeria came to Ghana to work or make a profit, say. Ghana Benya say. It took Joy FM to go to court.
Why should it be so?
Why should it be so? Me make up information about public.
Mm-hmm.
Then as a media house, just me bought a car. Echo court.
You see, over 400 your friends saying one deal in the factories. Munji list, go out there. I'm telling you, almost about 40%, and I say 60% of this manufacturing sector, no more say, or maybe they are not working. Some of them, sword cutting, akonenim, flamboyant, your friends saying display of your friends saying putting up a factory and everybody is happy. The very moment now you put the up, now you opening ceremony, you go back there and find out when the factory was open. How many your friends saying, and I say capacity of production and on my year so far. Some of them are not even working.
I see.
You see, this time I'm telling you, the list has been mentioned in the budget. They are there. Go and find out one by one and tell the world. So what they said, does it really exist on the ground, or it has been said in there?
Winning, Mama ran down, baby, our boss no bill. I want to.
Most of the 1D1F now here can.
Yes.
It doesn't exist.
You know, Sky-free Exim Bank, no, mewa.
And one.
So why are you telling us
and
that?
I'm also telling you, so most of the people who opened up these facilities, some of them have closed down. Because if 100,000 is dispensed to you, $100,000 is given to you, they will give you $700,000. 30% goes into somebody's pocket.
They give you 70,000.
But you still have to pay. No.
Hold on.
$100,000
dollars.
100,000, you take 70. The 30% goes into somebody's pocket. You will still have to pay for that $100,000. How are you going to do it? So those who took that money, some of them have hoarded that. Are you going to ask them to pay? Or that money is gone, taxpayers' money gone? We are paying this money at the port of entry. They are taking it in.
This is crazy.
So this country, we are being shortchanged for whatever we have done. I don't know. Mom, journalists, no, you are the medium or the fifth axis that you people can put information out there. When we come out here and say something, you are supposed to tell us whether what they said is true or lies. You have to do that. So that when people are coming and they are saying something, they will be sure of whatever they are talking about. There are so many things that are going out there that has not come to the public way.
I'll come back to you. Mamenko Miniam Ponsaso. Your friend say importers any other front no. So this budget muhu
may assure say at this moment may too different from opinions that have been expressed here so far. The Ukraine say me as an a freight forwarder, me as a business person and importer, me as a freight forwarder, and I say where there are a bar, nimpa be clear. Obi be clear, obi benya bibi kakra akofi. But the long run, I say, ye de buy in fason kobaso Emma Obiano. Na name my en faso bene woso. You see, a clear cut mini a penny in an for Casan. Diapers, ye ready budget. Me who diapers pattern I'm starting semester. In this country, it is only one company into production of diapers.
One.
Only one.
Abosa?
May catch
one.
In this country, it is only one.
From Accra to Boga.
Anywhere.
Boga to Bro Savlugu back to Cape to Volta.
Only one.
Oti. One company.
One member company.
Oh yeah, of course.
But Kaswa Kwanis.
Don't worry.
Oko Kaswa Kwanis. Oye diapers. Oye nsu. Oye sanitary pad. Inti whatever.
And you even 2, 3.
No. That is the only thing they do. They bring in rice. They bring in soap. A lot of things together, but their production house, Sebano, Pantila, they are the only people who do it. In investment, government, and now waiver government food or they man. Why not they man? Why are we tickling ourselves and laughing? Why not that?
Okay, so let's pick some figures here. So local industrial 1P. What shall be to me? Are your production base?
Oh. The production say you cassette to feed Ghana on to me. That production cannot feed this country.
Greater Accra region,
me sure so be to me. Me sure so be to me. You see, I sit in the port sometimes. Me trust me share about 3 or 4 months ago. Many a bearman by engineer Eric Wadafor.
Yeah.
My friend around 1:30 a.m. Na Bank of Ghana be first car port. What share the security detail that came to pick 2 containers of money out of the porter? There and then they catch a poor security and say, Ghana is security services, Sebi. It is not intelligence driven. What be far container unmarked at 2 a.m. and then you run into the port at top speed with 12 V8s to pick 2 containers. What are you doing? If I'm an armed robber power, you've given me a reason to stage up for you. This 12 V8 are running into the port to load. A Bank of Ghana for debts. No more de bray and so more bokan. The fool on there, de macas. These 12 V8 came to pick 2 containers. If we are supposed to take the share over here, this information I'm de babema minya on Ghana Port and Harbours Authority for a page. In the year 2020, Tema Port received 1.2 million containers.
Tema
Port alone. In the year 2021, Tema Port received 1.5 million. And this growth, if we all remember 2020 COVID importers bebre ejuma ekechiri. So in 2021, a lot of import was done to make up for the things that